Welcome to Dark Underworld, episode 14. This episode is powered by RPGsessions.com. You can check out the link in the description below, or by putting RPGsessions.com up into your browser. It is the only virtual tabletop made specifically for Star Wars and Genesys RPGs. It is, in my opinion, the best virtual tabletop for the narrative dice system. Check it out and try it for free today. I have a video up in the corner if you want to learn how to set up your very first game and run it. A huge thanks as well to our Patreon supporters, A Satchman, Nathan Gervais, Logan Williams, J Danger 87, Brian Douglas, and Cato of Borg. Your support is super, super helpful, and it allows us to continue to do the show and the channel and all the fun things. We rolled Obligation last time, and it did trigger. Stick around to see what happens with that. And then Destiny tokens. We need to roll.
No.
Ooh, 2 light side and 4 dark side. I like that.
Stop it. Stop it. Not allowed.
Okay, an XP summary is easy today. Everybody saved their XP. So that's nice. We're also going to do a little bit of a retcon with Kiinon's weapon that lets him control people he kills. We talked about it. It's just not as nearly as helpful still as some of the other people's weapons. So we're just gonna kind of like keep the spirit of it alive, but completely rework it. So now instead of controlling people that he kills, it'll allow when he hits somebody with an attack. The long version, when he hits somebody with an attack, it allows him to control them for at least 1 round. I think this will be way more helpful. It does require him to do a check to get it to go off, but I think it'll
You need to hit and do a check. Yep.
So the recap of last session is you guys looked at the mission details for the Pykes. You saw that you had to arrive at the port at a specific time and deliver this shipment of this big box weapon, which Shay found out was an explosive device, and take it to a spot on floor 1571, I believe.
Correct. Yes.
Is 1571? I'm right. Look at that. Look at that. I have a memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the crew spent time looking for the Black Sun headquarters in order to try to warn them without much success. However, they managed to get to the port on time, where they tried to take over their ship. But by the time the fight ended, they were very surprised to find out they had already reached 1571, and that is where we pick up today. So as Ragro opens the transport's side door, you notice the other transports are not there, and you have reached floor 1571. You quickly shoot a look around to figure out what happened. You notice your shuttle is on one of the high-speed lift pads that are not normally available to the public, but you also spot the other transports only 60 yards ahead of you driving away. It is at this time that Kiinon's comlink starts to beep with an incoming transmission.
I grab my comlink and run over to the pilot seat while I'm answering it.
Yeah, go ahead and do a planetary piloting average.
1 success.
Nice. So you boot up the transport and you start following the other ships. And you said as you slide into the seat, you turn on the comm.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So Velu's voice actually comes through. Kiinon, we've been trying to reach Shay. You hear noises of a maneuvering ship, and you hear the sound of ship engines through the comm, like the ship is maneuvering around. We arrived at the meeting point and tried to ping Shay so we could intercept the package, but 3 other guard ships showed up and we had to try to lose them. Well, and you hear Aura coming through the background. Gav, they're right on our tail. Velu continues, sorry guys, we're on the surface level trying to lose them. We'll meet back with you at HQ as soon as we can.
Okay, yes, it's gone a little bit sideways here. We'll meet you back there.
Sounds good. Wow. And then the comm kind of like crackles off.
I look back and I'm like, someone try to get Shay up. She's not looking too good.
I'll also say everybody can roll a discipline or cool check. I'll say including Shay. For every success or 2 advantage, you may heal at 1 strain.
That's baby.
Ooh. Okay,
nice.
So Shay heals.
Wow.
Shay 4 success, Kiinon 4 success, 3 advantage, and a triumph. I'll say for the triumph, you can just heal all your strain. How's that sound?
Baby.
Ragro rolled 5 success and an advantage.
I'm barely standing.
So Shay heals 4 strain, Mott heals 4 strain, Ragro heals 5 strain, Kiinon heals all strain.
Wow.
She comes to and is like groggy on the ground, is like, what's going on? What happened? What happened?
We did it. We beat
What?
him. We took over the speeder.
Okay, that's
We're
like
still in
step
it.
1 of like 7.
It's not over yet, Mott.
Yeah, I mean, but once we take over their ship and steal the thing
Can I
we're
have
trying to
your
get the bomb,
comm?
we'll be fine. My comm?
Yeah, mine's broken.
Sure. Oh no, he's wearing a helmet. I don't.
I'm
I don't know if
driving
you
up here,
fit your
Shay.
Human-shaped. Well,
Okay,
Ragro-
Twilight-
Ragro
she runs
will
up
hand
there
her
and grabs
his.
it out of Kiinon's ear and sticks it
Oh,
in
okay.
hers.
Hey,
Yeah, you don't care.
that works too.
Have we talked to my crew? Where are we at? What's going on?
Yes, they had some issues. Looks like there was some other ships that might have been trying to attack them, and they had to go back to
The
the
ones
base.
in front of us?
No, some other ones that were up in the on
We
the
were
the 13th
told that there were
floor
other
there.
ones.
Hold up.
Looks
What
like there was
what
a lot
floor
that
are
we
we
weren't
on
told.
currently?
1571.
That's the floor that we were supposed to be on. That's the floor they were meeting us on.
How do we get here so quick?
It looks like they were intercepted before they even got down here. I'm
Okay.
just following these guys, right? We're just following them, right? Okay, I'm just following.
Let me try to. Oh, I feel horrible. Let me try to hook into this. And she tries to hook into their transport to see if it's connected to the other transports. She's not
Sure.
trying to hack anything. She's literally just
What are
trying
you
to
trying
see
to
if it's connected.
what are you trying to test the connection exactly? Like, what are you looking for?
Like, are all the transports connected? Do they all have like?
Like comms wise?
Oh,
yeah, I think, yeah, they would be.
Okay, then she's also trying to see if any of them are specifically marked. Like, not physically marked, but like digitally marked.
Like, which one would have the bomb in it? Do you have any sort of like scanner?
I have B on me who has scanners, but not that kind of scanner, probably.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it like an actual scanner.
I don't remember
you
what
could
all's
maybe
in the
get close enough
toolkit.
to like that B can try to go scout. But if they're all the same as yours, there's no real like windows into the actual transports themselves.
Would B, if I was able to get B to like land on each one, would she be able to tell if it was in there simply from like?
If you want to do a mechanics check, you can try to like, because I don't think B has like a scanner in that sense.
No, but she would only have to check for like magnetism, like the amount of.
As far as I'm aware, she's only all that she has is a camera and
Okay.
and like communication to you. However, you could probably like scavenge parts in your shuttle and do some like quick mod work on her.
That I can do. I have abilities for both of those. I have Utini and Jerry Rigged and Inventor, all of which will help me.
Yeah, I'll say it's gonna be in a it's a hard mechanics check, but I'll give you 2 boost dice since you built B and are very familiar with the interior of how
Jerry
B
Rig
works.
doesn't help here. Okay. Jerry Rig doesn't help here. I read it wrong. Just putting that out there.
Does Utini help?
Utini does to find the parts that I need to put on her.
I'll
And
say
Inventor helps.
okay. I'm gonna say it's a hard check to find the parts in the ship you're on. It'll be a easier check to it won't be hard to actually put it into. It'll probably be average to put it into B.
Okay. So hard to find them.
So actually, well, Utini, it's a setback, right?
Remove one setback.
Yeah, I was thinking about adding a setback anyways, so that works.
Which do
Actually,
hard,
no,
then?
I'm gonna say average with 2 setback for finding in this shuttle, just
Okay.
because
Is
pulling
that
the parts,
before
the
or
parts
after
and stuff
removing?
is not necessarily super hard. It's the finding the specifically what you need that's hard.
Yeah.
So that's the setback.
Is that before or after removing the setback with Utini?
That is before you add any talents. So
Okay.
it'll be 2 purple, 2 black. I guess your Utini talent, which removes a setback.
So 2 purple, 1 black.
Right.
Which is better than 3 purple.
Agreed.
You hit
Okay,
2
so Shay rolled 2 success, 1 advantage. So as you're driving along, you pull apart some parts of the ship, and you find exactly what you're looking for. That you can add components in the transport scanners.
Okay.
The transport no longer has scanners of any kind,
It doesn't need them.
even if they weren't necessarily going to be good enough to look for a bomb like that. But you can try and jury rig them and stuff after you pull them out and do I'll say an average mechanics check with 2 boost die to put it in B.
Okay. Is that after or before Inventor?
I'm not going to take into account your talents. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't keep track. So
Then I'm adding a boost for Inventor.
the 2 boosts are because you're so familiar with B. 5 success, 2 advantage. Okay, yeah, you are you're able to implement this scanner into B, and you're also able to increase the range from like I was thinking like it was initially going to be like half of a short range scanner. I'll say it can be a medium range scanner.
I'm
So-
gonna get her to go out and land on top of each of them to scan, so it doesn't.
Well, medium range is
She could scan from here.
you're 60 yards
just have to
behind,
get
so you're a
close
little bit
enough.
out of medium range, just barely
Okay.
Okay.
currently.
What do you want me to do, Shay?
Stay on path. Well, speed up a little bit. Get me a little closer.
Stay on target.
Do a planetary piloting check and make it once again average at a setback because you're kind of trying to push this thing beyond its limits.
Ooh,
Success. So you push this thing and you manage to gain about 30 yards on the other transports before it starts to kind of slow back down into the same speed as them. But you are within range of B's scanner.
Scanning. B is scanning.
Yeah. So B scans,
So
and
there's-
B does lock onto
Sorry for explanation. There's 3 transports in front of us. We're just doing the one closest to us, right?
There's 4 transports in front of you.
4. I can't count.
You're fine. Yeah, and so B was able to lock on that one of them does have a different signature coming from inside.
Can she tell
that
me
you
which
can assume
one?
is the bomb. She's able to give a distance. I'm gonna say it's the 3rd one in the line.
Okay.
They're kind of in a single file line.
Okay.
So based on like the distance, you kind of communicate that it's the third transport.
All right. Good deal.
From us or from the start?
It's the same either way.
either
There's
case, it's
5.
one in
middle
the
one.
line.
It's the
You
middle
guys are
one.
number 5.
So, for clarification on what you were explaining on the comms, so Velu and them appeared up here on this level and got chased off by
They appear to try to intercept at like whatever floor y'all mentioned them to meet at, like 1400.
Yeah.
And as they got close to you guys going up, some other ships came in.
Intercepted. So there was more defenses than what we knew about.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did Kiinon convey that they were going to meet back at HQ?
Yes. Yeah. I shared that they had called and they were gonna go back to the
Okay.
base.
All right. So we're on our own from here.
Can I go to the captain? And did he have a comm link that we blew up? I remember that happening.
Yeah, he can have a
last time.
comm link.
He
Yeah,
had a
but we
comm lead
shot
on
it.
him. No, I got mine
Can I
shot.
pick it up? He got his shot as well. I think you
I
shot
think,
we
yeah,
tied him up so
I
he
think his
couldn't
also
use it, I
got
thought.
shot. You prevented him from being
The
able to communicate
captain's
back.
did, yeah.
Yes, the
Oh,
captain's
okay.
was shot. So
Yeah,
I'd
I
like to
remember that
pick
now.
that one up and bring it over to Shay and be like, "Can you try to fix this so we can open up a line of communication?"
Oh, yeah, I can. That should be easy.
Make it quick.
She
Yeah,
is.
I'm
She is
gonna
doing
say
Make it so.
average with a setback
Make it so.
because it's been blasted.
Make it so.
so. That's fine.
It's missing some components or fried. So you have to,
Average.
like, look around it.
Setback. Can I? Is it missing components? Can I tell?
It's not missing components. You could try to maybe find components to replace the ones that are fried. I was thinking like you could try to work around some of the components that are fried.
I'll see if I can fix it without new components. If I
Yeah.
think that doesn't work, then I'll look for components.
2 success, 3 advantage. Look at
Nice.
you passing
My
all your
dice
rolls
actually liked me tonight. They
Yeah.
heard me complaining.
today. 2 success, 3 advantages. You're able to get this comm up and running just as good as it was before. Heal 3 strain if you want.
Oh, ooh.
And you can heal 2 strain from the previous roll as well for those previous 2 advantage you rolled. So it should be total
Alright.
I'm feeling
5.
really good about doing all this mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Making you feel good.
I can do my
Yeah.
things. Okay. I hand it back to Mott.
Thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to leave it open on the off chance that we get something.
Oh,
Yeah, in case they were like, "Hey, Captain, we need to talk to you," or something. You know, like that's kind of
she just
important
puts
for
it
us
in her
to know.
other ear.
Yes,
Got
you
a
guys
comm in
are
this ear,
driving
comm
along.
in that ear.
At this point, you're driving into other buildings, like between other buildings.
I love
It
the fact that
appears
she
to
doesn't
be
have
like there are
ears.
actually people on the side of the streets, and you're still maybe like 20, 30 yards behind the other transports, but it appears to actually be like a normal looking area for the most part. And you continue driving.
Do we know how far out we are?
Yeah, but before we keep going,
Yeah, we're not
can we
going
discuss
anywhere.
The plan now that things
Yeah.
have changed.
Yes.
We've got to figure a way to steal the 3rd transport.
Can this thing fly? Here's a question. Does this thing have like hover mode or anything like that? It's a
It is
speeder,
hovering
right?
off the ground, but it doesn't have It doesn't have the ability to go up.
Oh, so it's not like a speeder up in Coruscant where they're flying. It's near
more.
the ground.
My brain's thinking more along the lines of like a troop transport ship, but it's
I have an idea. I don't know how long it would take me. How long would it take her to make like a little mini EMP. Like if they were to get close enough for her to attach it to the other speeders, that it could disable them? Or is that like too much?
I mean, it could work, though. Shay would also be keeping in mind that there's inside a big explosive.
No, not on the explosive one. On all of the other ones.
Oh, like throw a bunch of personalized ones out?
Like if they get close enough that she can just attach it to the side of the other ones, so she disables them, they fall behind, the other speeders keep moving forward, we can keep up with the one that we're trying to steal, and then we don't have other people coming in to fight us besides the ones that are on the current ship.
I don't think you'd have the parts on your speeder to do that, to build an EMP. Though, like, I like the idea of you trying to build an EMP.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I asked. I was like, I have no clue
Keep that
if that's
in your back
possible.
pocket, because, like, you could totally try to build weapons and bombs and stuff.
What do you
It's
mean?
just
We
keep in mind
totally
that
packed
you're in a
an
very-
EMP, right? If we just use...
You're in a very limited resource ship at the moment.
Yeah.
Well,
Speeder.
yeah, but
say-
like you know, like a little...
Noah's trying to say a Destiny token.
Spending a Destiny
I
token?
need more than one, that's the problem.
Well, we have at least another Destiny token.
Guys. Okay, so instead, we're gonna have
I
to
like
try...
the idea. Well, I like the
Mhm.
idea of like me pulling up alongside and having Ragro jump out and
I like that.
You know,
We
Yeah.
just leave him.
you know.
That's what I was gonna say, is we can try to
Ragro?
commandeer
That'd be
the
good.
other one.
Ragro could try to help Shay onto the speeder, so Shay could try to disable it.
Well, that's
somehow.
true. You just
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get in
yeah,
there
yeah.
and be a distraction while I shut it down.
Here's the problem with that.
Wait,
We
Yes.
need the middle one, right?
Yes.
wait, we
yes.
And we're
need
in a
that
city
speeder.
area.
Yes.
Hold on. What was that?
We need that speeder. I can't shut it down.
Yeah.
I
But
need
we're in,
people to
we're
steal
in
that
a
one.
city row. We're in a city area, right?
Yeah.
Nate was saying.
Yep.
Can we go side by side, or like, is there room to go like three wide, like, or is it just one wide, like of our vehicle?
So all the ships are in a single file line.
But is there space for a 2x2?
Yeah, but in the city street, like.
You would be pretty much driving on both sides of the street
So it's essentially like a one-lane road.
per side.
what
Yeah,
per-
it's,
yeah.
it's two. It's like a
Two-lane road.
2-car wide
Two-lane road.
street.
Okay, so to do that, we'd have to speed up fast enough to get in front of the car between us and them, because as soon as we do this, they'll know immediately something's happening. As soon as we do this, they're gonna know. They're gonna understand that something's happening here.
Right.
We need to be able to speed up fast enough to kind of circumvent the guy in front of us, but get besides the guy we want to get to. And then once we're besides that guy, we will have people shooting at us. That's not a
Yes.
question. That's
I have
like a-
2 ideas.
All right, I'm listening.
1, I can make this go very fast, or I can
love
try
it.
to.
Yeah.
2, Kiinon can shoot the pilot of the other one that we're parallel to at some point, and if he does it right, his little magical pistol will make it so that he can make him stop.
Can we see their pilots? Are there windows in these cars?
On the
the front
front,
windshield.
the only windows are on the
you
front.
shoot through the
right.
window on the
If we
front.
throw a Ragro on top of it, he can break the windshield. And
I
then we
have-
shoot
Yeah, I
through
mean, yeah.
I
Okay.
have 2 things to offer to help here.
it. Okay.
Maybe more. I have 2 groups of gray people who are just standing off to the side right now, kind of menacingly staring at the unconscious guy, who have been ordered to knock him out again if he wakes up. We could toss them out of the back of the vehicle and just kind of rain them onto
On
the
one
other
chasing that will be
speeder.
chasing us.
Yeah, just put bodies in the way. And 2, I have a thermal detonator. I only have 1.
You only
I
brought
only
one?
have 1.
Okay.
I didn't bring the box. I did not bring the box of thermal detonators.
I don't know if using a thermal detonator in a city is a good idea.
I mean,
on ships nearby another ship on
yeah,
nearby
I don't really. I don't
potential
care. I'll
explosion.
just toss it
device.
behind us and see what happens. I think that's very interesting. I'd love to see what's gonna happen. You know, like, hey, look out! We're playing catch now. And I throw it. But I also have a handful of frag grenades. If you dislike the other idea, and by
I
a
like the
handful, I
frag
mean
grenade.
3.
The frag grenade idea works. If we can
I
throw
only have
it
3
and
of
it
them.
lands under one of the other speeders, because once we come up alongside this one, the one behind that's now going to be behind us is going to chase us. We throw a frag grenade at them, they are no longer chasing us.
So here's my question. Yes, I do. I would maybe potentially. Do these things have shields? Do we know if this has a shield?
No.
Okay, so
Does not have
yeah,
shield.
that's pretty good odds that they're gonna see a frag grenade and either die or swerve to avoid it, so that's positive. How are we getting the bomb in the ship next to us then?
We're getting into that ship and taking it.
Oh, so we're gonna jump into that one. You want me to jump into that one?
You have wings.
You'll have to get the door open on that ship.
We are
Then jump in.
So here, I'm gonna cut it down real fast. Ready? I am going to mess with this ship that we're currently on and make it go faster, so that it makes it easier for us to run parallel to the ship we're trying to commandeer. Once we're parallel, Ragro is gonna jump over to the other ship, break the windshield, make it easier for Kiinon to shoot. You could even throw one of your little scary balls inside of it and tell them to, take care of it.
Frag grenade into the bomb?
No. The one that makes the scary people appear.
The thermal detonator.
No. We don't want to explode that one. It has a giant bomb on it.
My great friends.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm saying Kiinon shoots the pilot so that he can possibly take control of them, because if they crash, we're all dead.
So
At this point, like the city around you is looking like it's getting from like a less of a nicer area and to more of like a sketchy area of town.
perfect. All right, let's commit to this one. We're running out of time. Let's just do it.
And
All
then
right, Shay, boost.
eventually, once we
Boost the
take
shuttle.
over them, we all have to jump over there at some point. We could possibly stop, but we might not have time for that. Just letting you know. All right, she goes to boosting the shuttle.
I'm gonna say it's an average mechanics check with a setback because it's
Probably not a model she's used to.
yeah, it's not really a model you're used to. You've kind of already been like pulling apart pieces out of the ship.
It's
I'm
already a little
gonna spend a destiny token to add a negative upgrade.
rude.
As well.
We'll roll it.
Throw it back in his face.
Okay,
Spend it-
I wasn't sure. You encouraged me well.
Throw it back in his face.
I was just trying to give you all some back.
Hey, there we go.
4 success and an advantage.
need
Yeah,
this
you
to
managed
work.
you managed to speed up this ship, and Kiinon is able to pull right up to the behind the back of the 4th transport.
While she's doing that, I
We're
don't know
going
how
parallel.
long that takes.
Okay, yeah, you can pull up parallel to it.
Can I take out some stress and like relieve some strain by kicking the guy that's unconscious?
That's not exactly how it works. But Shay can heal 1 strain for her advantage.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just make some checks, Joe, and we get some advantages.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to
Just get some
metagame
advantage.
it. I could just make a bunch of checks. I'm not like. He's no reason to make
Is
checks.
that less metagaming if you just want to kick the guy just to relieve
Well, I
stress?
think it's with
I
his
really need to get some
character.
stress off my chest.
Yeah, he's pretty stressed out. He's like, I'm stupid guys. Look what you made me do. Look at what you made me do.
So you pull
Okay.
up right next to this ship, parallel. They still haven't quite noticed that you guys are there yet.
Ragro, your turn. She's also still listening on the comms to the captain, just to make sure if anything comes through.
Yeah.
All right. So
And these are
it's the
like
side
stone
door.
doors, right? They go slide open.
Yes, though I don't. Ragro will have the pretty much try to jump onto the top of the other ship.
Maybe we should pull in front of them so he can jump out backwards onto them.
We could blow up the window in the front. Yeah, we could blow up the window in like their driver's side, blow that
Well,
up with a
that's the
frag
point.
grenade.
The point is throwing Ragro out to break the windshield.
Oh yeah, let's just
Yeah.
throw Ragro out. That's
All right,
great.
pull up in
yeah.
front of them,
Yeah.
Keenan. Pull up in front of them so we can just
Great.
pull them back
As
fast and
As
let
you
Ragro
pull up in
jump.
front of them, you hear coming through the captain's comm link. Shuttle 5, what are you doing? Get back in formation.
Can I? I don't hear it.
What are you gonna say? She'll repeat it.
Oh, he's gonna be like, let them know. Let them know the 7-pointed star is here, and we're here to take what's ours. They
Okay.
gotta know it's ours. They gotta know.
The 7-point
Ragro,
star
jump.
is here to take what's
Quick,
ours.
jump!
Go, Ragro, go.
Yep.
Yeah, and give it about. Go ahead and Ragro goes now.
This is
Oh,
chaos.
dear.
So
Oh dear.
This is the craziest plan I've ever come up with.
So what's how bad?
how hard would this jump be? Honestly, I really am leaning towards hard.
He's jumping straight out onto it. Let's go. You got this, Ragro.
Hold on. Do I have anything?
Can my gray people assist him?
And you know what?
Give him
I'm
a
going
boost.
to add another negative upgrade.
Okay.
No,
That's fine.
we don't need
Yes.
that. Nate hates that we're doing this.
I
Nate's
think
like,
I'll
this
be
is a
alright.
dumb idea.
I'm not gonna like rail you guys into not getting the bomb, but I'm gonna use what's in my power to try to prevent it.
Don't worry, we'll hide it at the farm and never remember it exists.
Athletics.
Yes.
Hard. Negative, positive, because I'm doing that same thing again.
Right? No, right back at you.
Is there
can
any way I could get some boosts on this?
Yeah,
for
can my
people listening?
vessels are gonna come off to the side and like go on the ground and like literally like do the thing where they like shove with their arms to try and like help give him like a launching point as he's jumping over there.
Boing.
Yeah.
They are springs.
So like as like the door opens, they'll see like 8 of these gray alien-looking things, and on top of them is a Wookiee, and then whoosh, as he like launches himself up.
Go
Ragro!
Add a boost, take a
Alright.
boost die. For his
Someone
assist.
draw that, please.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see if that boost
Here we
actually does
go.
anything.
Oh my
I just hope
gosh.
so.
It's a success and an advantage on that boost die though.
No.
0 success. So you launch
Wait,
off
wait, wait, hold on.
of
Do you have
this.
any rerolls? Do you have any rerolls?
No, I not for
Not
all
that.
It's
So you
melee or
jump
roll
off
checks.
of the speeder, and were you trying to just jump on top of it,
Yeah.
just to get onto it, so that way you can hit with your axe?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you jump and you slightly miscalculate the jump, and with this shuttle kind of expecting you to jump as well, it managed just to slightly swerve out of the way, and you just by about 3 inches miss your grip onto the side of this thing, and you just kind of tuck and roll on the ground about 2 or 3 times before landing on your feet. And you see the shuttles all driving away.
And Shay has my communicator.
No, I have Kiinon's.
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, that's right. You took hers. Or his.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, yeah.
It's okay. Shay's gonna send B to stay with you.
Okay, yeah.
Go,
How
B, go.
fast are they traveling?
And I'm driving.
They're
I'm driving, and I'm
traveling
going
at
like.
about, I'm gonna say about 50 miles an hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
start handing out
piloting the
frag
thing, and I'm
grenades.
like, did he make it?
No.
No.
No, he didn't make
No.
it. All right, here, take this frag grenade. Take this frag grenade. Take this frag grenade. Jump, jump, jump. Go, 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 go. And I'm gonna start throwing gray people at them.
Wait, so you guys are, last we checked, you guys were ahead of the last car?
No,
No,
we're
we're in
ahead
front
of
of
the middle one.
One with
Oh, the
one with
third.
explosive,
We are
yeah.
ahead
The one
of
with the
the one with the
explosive.
bomb.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're side by side.
so-
So that means there an opportunity for me to jump onto this last one?
I'm going to
last one
say,
did pass-
Keenan, do a. Actually, you know, I'm
Can
going
we
to
spend
everybody
can we
do
spend two
a.
force points to try and make that happen for him.
I have an
That way he
idea.
like ends up on top of the other one.
I'm saying initiating combat because you guys are gonna try to do actions and these enemy ships. It's kind of gonna be ship combat a bit, but I hate ship combat, so it might not be exactly ship
Hold
combat.
on, we're trying to do something before you do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
still
Is
a
there-
car behind the
Can we
one that
spend
Ragro missed. Can
2
we
destiny
roll?
tokens to say
Yeah.
that he lands on top of the other vehicle because we are going 50 miles per hour and
I
like
will let you roll a destiny token to attempt to roll to land on.
Okay,
to get on the last
that's
one.
worth. That's still
that's
worth.
worth it.
That's still
Worth
worth.
it,
Yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming the same check, right? Right.
Without the boost.
It's going
Without
to
the
be hard
Uh-huh.
because you're pretty much gonna land and then be immediately leaping to the other one. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. It's
With
fine.
with 2 setback because
Okay, you know-
have to get your balance and then leap after jumping out of a vehicle going
he
like
just rolls off the top one and
50
on to the
miles
next
an hour.
one.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine. It'll work this time. I swear.
and
It'll work
you're,
this time.
hit their
kinda,
windshield
going like 50 miles an hour.
like a
Kind of lucky
bug.
you're not taking damage, but I'm thinking that
He's a merciful DM.
you know you know we'll see
Well,
how it
Mark,
goes.
here's the
You're
question. Here's the
afraid
question.
of giving the
Question
tank
before he rolls.
damage.
Before he rolls, could he be rolling to see whether or not he takes damage, but automatically land onto the thing?
Yeah, I would.
Does that seem that way he stays in the story? That way it's not like he's completely removed from
I'm
the
getting
scene?
abandoned. The
Right.
combat guy when we're
think I'll
about
be
to
with
enter
ya.
combat.
I mean, you don't have to leave him behind. Story. He jumped off the caravan.
I mean, regardless.
I'm down with that's why I
the
said I'm down with you
speeds we're
trying to like
going.
roll to like get another chance to stay on it. Let's yeah, you can roll that check. You're spending a destiny token
Yeah.
to upgrade. Okay,
Yeah.
I won't be mean.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Failure and an advantage.
How? How?
Okay, so
But so
the
many
failure is you by the time you turn and jump, You don't quite manage to get your bearings in time. However, the advantage is there is a guy on a speeder on the side of the street next to you.
Steal it.
Yeah, I'm just shoving
And,
him
you know,
off.
actually,
and
I'm
then
going to make you
getting
do a coordination check real quick for like the overall landing.
Okay.
And make it a hard coordination check.
Just,
Okay, this is the
just
one.
GTA it.
This
Just
is
yeet
for
him
you
out
land
and
jumping
get
out of
in.
a 50-mile-an-hour moving
Yeah.
vehicle.
Do you wanna like maybe I don't know,
Sure,
give us
yeah,
some
I'll give you.
pushback?
I'll spend the dark side
I'm
destiny
okay.
token for you guys. There you go.
How
Thanks.
nice.
Spare.
Oh, good. Three blanks.
One success.
Wow,
Okay, so you
okay,
managed to
okay,
you managed to
sure.
very well not land badly. There's a guy on a speeder next to you and then like running, and he's talking to some guy on the sidewalk next to him.
So is it like a small personal size speeder, or is it
Yeah, like a
moped?
speeder bike. Like I think like a speeder bike.
Okay, good.
Vespa.
He's just gonna like look, just like kick him off, like with like almost drop kick, but like, you know, less about like the actual kick impact and more just like pushing.
Get him off. Yeah, that's fine.
And then like with that same motion, like swing his leg over and then take off.
I won't even make you roll to do that because you're a human. However, I will make you do an average planetary piloting check.
Woo!
Oh no.
Average planetary piloting. Let's go. Let's go. One failure.
One failure. It's a model of speeder bike you're not super familiar with, and so you managed to get it going, but you're kind of like having trouble getting it out of first or second gear. So we'll go through people
manual.
doing stuff, and then you can try again to like get in the gear, because I'm
He's
pretty sure
coming,
that
but
bike
he's
goes
just lagging
faster than the
behind.
transports. Motorcycles go faster than a bus, you know.
Yeah.
So you have a chance to catch up still. But we're going to do everybody roll cool.
Except me.
I'll say that
Add to initiative.
not Ragro yet, since he's kind of out of it.
Oh, good.
Oh, buddy
These are
boy.
good rolls.
Got 4 advantages, guys.
Yep. Yeah.
As
Well,
this is happening,
yeah.
Shay looks at the others and she's like, "All right, we got 2 chances. We either try to shoot through the windshield and continue, or we plan B and fail, and then just let it happen."
Against all odds. I'm sorry, I'm seeing the.
We've already said we're connected to it. We either have to blow this thing up now so that they don't get it, or we have to take it. Those are our
No,
two
have to
options.
take
no, it's not our only
We have
options.
to take it.
It's
No, those
going
are the only
to
options.
No, it's going to explode when it gets to the other base. The ones transporting it right now don't know that. They're going to die, and everyone in the base it's going to is going to die. No one will know we were even here because they'll all be dead.
I don't think you understand how communicators work. Do you think that they have no idea we're here right now? They for sure know that we are here. There is a lot of people who
Which
are aware
they?
we're here right now.
Which they? The
The
Pikes?
people at the top, the people we spoke to in the chamber, they all know.
We need to
There's
take
no
the bomb.
questions asked, Shay. They know.
We need to
So-
take the bomb.
Yeah.
We have to
so,
either take it or blow it up
each of these
before it
initiative
gets to where it's
slots are going to be a ship. Pretty much, you guys can take actions within your ship, but the as far as the pilots are their actions pretty much steering the thing. So I'm gonna say transport ship 3 veers off down a side street, and
the one we're
I'm gonna say they're
following,
going to
right?
try
That's the one
to
that we were trying to
also
get on.
they're gonna try to also boost their speed. What the roll was? Those 2, they're not gonna pass this.
Can I,
That's
as they're
smart.
veering away, can I send B to like attach to them? Ah,
3 failures. Yep. Okay. So they failed. So yeah, they take us. They go down a side street. Transport
Can-
3.
can I send B to attach to them?
I would say no, because that would be like something you would do on your turn,
Okay.
and because of initiative order. So, but it is now
What is
PC
initiative
turn.
order? Did we establish that? Because I haven't used my
Yeah,
thing
it's,
yet. to
it's
increase
NPC,
it.
PC, PC, NPC, NPC, PC, NPC.
What was the highest NPC roll?
3 successes.
3 success and 0 advantage.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even catch up with that if I wanted to. Okay.
So now
And
a PC
somehow
turn.
we managed to still snag 2 slots before 3 of them.
That's pretty fortunate.
But y'all all did kind of get to go already a little
Yeah.
bit too. So
I yell at Kiinon that we need to follow.
okay.
Okay.
They
Kiinon,
veered off.
Kiinon will see that Ragro is now behind us. I guess he's not in our ship anymore. Shuttle 3 is veering off into a different way. I'm going to try to, because we're alongside ship 4, right?
No, we were in front of 3.
You were in front of 3, kind of like to the side of it.
We were in front of 3.
Yeah,
You were in front of
Ragro
3.
jumped out the back of ours onto
And so-
3, or trying to be onto 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you look out the back. As you look out the back with the hatch open, you see 3 veer off down another street.
So I'll do this. I'm going to try to do like this mid-turn U-turn in the middle of the street and try to whip us around and see if we can keep following that shuttle 3.
So ship combat rules are probably the rules I'm least familiar with. I just don't practice or use them ever. You don't have to do a piloting check to maneuver a ship, right? It's just...
I don't know. In some ways, I kind of consider this a chase right now.
That is also fair. We
What
can do
does
that.
mean?
There's chase rules.
There are chase rules.
Yeah.
Chase rules.
So that would be an opposed... Was it an opposed piloting check? Or do you each do a piloting check and then...
Sometimes, just as a note, at the
How
beginning
is it
of the
every time
round.
that we're in a chase, it's him piloting instead of me? Whoops.
Yeah.
I think
We'll
our
say it's
checks are the
opposed.
same.
I'll say it's opposed. So yeah, if you want to do a hard planetary piloting check,
Okay.
and also take a boost die because the ship's been sped up by Shay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you want to upgrade that at all, Nate?
Sure. Yeah. I'll spend it. Yeah. I'll upgrade. it.
Yay!
Negative
All
upgrade.
right.
We're
Okay.
wishing for our things to be harder.
Want the easy things to be harder. Okay, that's
Sweet.
what it is.
One
Wow,
success,
one
2 threat.
2 threats. So
Yeah, our
you
piloting
managed to
skill's
whip-
the
You
same.
managed to whip around pretty seamlessly. I'm thinking like you go and you do a quick turn and loop and straight down that street that they
Yes.
did. So you're still I'll say like you're right on their tail by about
Yeah.
20 30 feet behind them.
And
Boosted.
I don't know if we're tracking any kind of ship. I know we're not. It sounds like we're not doing handling or system strain, because I was going to say maybe those 2 threats is I like side swipe a couple other cars and suffer some system strain or something like that to the ship. I don't know if we want to do that.
Yeah, the 2 threat.
Or maybe just a
thinking-
setback or something. I don't know. Yeah. What the?
I
Yeah.
like system strain. System strain sounds fun.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
because there's
we
not
can
gonna
do
be
system
the ship
strain. I
for
haven't
so long.
created it. I need to create a vehicle.
So we can
It's
track.
okay. We can just kind of go narratively
We got
here.
time.
So it's another PC's turn.
We're not anywhere near them, right?
I mean, you guys
We're on their
are
tail.
you guys are on you 2 are on the ship. The ship's maybe 20 to 30 feet behind the other ship. So you guys are in short range, on the edge of short range.
But I can't like shoot them from any way. Like there's no way because we have a glass in front of us, right?
No.
There's
Yeah.
They're
can't
also
there's not really a way to
armored.
shoot in front of the ship.
Unless there's side van doors that you can kind of lean out and
Yeah,
try
you
to
could lean
shoot.
out the side van door.
I don't think I should go next.
What if?
I don't have that much of an arm to throw frag grenades in front of me
Can we?
on a ship
we,
that's
like-
going like
Can
30
I
to 40
break?
miles per hour.
Would we be capable of breaking the glass in front of us?
Yeah, you can do that for your turn. I'd say you can like just shoot and hit the glass with the
I don't-
weapon.
I just don't know how useful that is for us right now.
Yeah.
I don't either.
We literally just have to wait until we get into within range of them. So can we just swap off who's driving?
It won't make a difference. We have the same check, but also she could boost us more if she's not driving.
Or
Is
you could try to shoot
I'm not-
maybe
I'm-
their
okay, let me
engines or
rephrase.
something.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to go next
Yeah.
because I don't have anything
Would
beneficial to
Shay-
do right now.
would Shay know how to disable the speeder from shooting it? Could she try to figure out if she would know?
Probably not a way to disable the speeder with a blaster shot
Okay.
from the back.
Can I actually? Here's a question. We have these things called destiny tokens.
Tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I spend 2 of them to have like a guy with a cabbage cart being like pulling out in front of the enemy ship?
My cabbages.
Cabbages.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
want them
say-
to explode.
I'm fine with them explode. I just want them to not be running away right now. I
No,
feel like there's
if
not much I
that
can
one
do here.
explodes, we
The bomb
die.
inside.
If
I'm
that
still open.
speeder
I'm not like.
explodes,
And you know,
the
I'm gonna
giant explosive
just
explodes.
because I don't want to see a TPK, I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler. If that bomb goes
spoiler.
off right now, it's a TPK.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So they will have to swerve. Like, let me just remind you, these are people driving that thing who know this as well, presumably, right? They know that what they have in the back of their car looks
They
like
don't know
a bomb.
what's in the box.
It's not a box. It's a weird like mechanical thing that clearly looks like menacing, right? We've all seen it. Like,
I don't know what it is, but it's evil.
He described it as like this like weird spherical thing that has like.
It's a box.
Like-
It's a box, and it has like mechanical stuff on the that goes through it, and
They don't necessarily know it's a bomb.
Whatever
Like,
the
give me your-
steampunk
you know it's
equivalent
a,
of a
you
nuclear
what I
figured
want
out
to
it was a
look
bomb in
Can I have your
the.
comlink?
I'm pretty sure Shay found out it was like a WMD. In
Shay knows, but the people transporting it don't know.
Yeah. So give
I
me
mean,
the comlink thing.
Yeah, she gives it to you.
You're carrying a bomb. You have a bomb that will blow up over half of a city block right now. You're going to die when that thing detonates. Maybe a whole city block.
not if
It's hard to say.
not if we're not next to it when it detonates.
Your people are going to kill you, and either we get it and stop that from happening, or you're going to die.
They were planning
So
on killing
let
him
us help
anyways.
save your
Tell them
life
they were
right
planning
now.
on killing him anyways.
Pull up. No,
I
we
hate to
need
break
them
it
to
to you,
live
but
so that they can
there's
tell
a timer
stories.
that's been going down on this thing since it arrived and we got in the van.
Oh, good. What's it at?
It's at an hour.
Oh, we have a lot of time for this chase then. Yeah, that's fine.
Tell them that they were on a suicide mission. They're going to get.
You're on a suicide mission. You are literally, whether you know or not, going to die with that thing. That was the plan.
Tell them we have someone that can stop it from
We
exploding.
have a specialist who can disarm that bomb, and our whole purpose was to get it and disarm it.
We're here for a job. If we don't
Oh,
deliver,
yeah.
we're dead anyways.
Well, you at least can pretend you died to us and then make it in a new life, going to somewhere else.
I'm gonna spend 2 Dark Side Destiny tokens
Okay.
to say that the cargo ship number 3 pulls into this big open dirt lot. I'm assuming you guys follow. I'm also, because we didn't get to later NPC rounds, I'm gonna go ahead and clear this initiative. Because if it's gonna be if you guys keep fighting, it's gonna be like a real initiative thing. We can reset it. So
Ragro is still coming, right?
behind you
Yes,
was
yeah.
the fourth transport was following you guys, and it looks like the first 2 kind of pull in on the far side of the lot, and this third one parks right in the middle of it, and the doors slide open on all of 3 or all 4 of the transports. Ragro, do another planetary piloting check. Add a boost die because you've now a little bit more familiar with this thing. Now you've had time to sit there in
I'm
second
sorry.
gear.
How many transports are by us now? I thought you said it was just the 2. You said all
What?
4.
Or transport number 4.
No,
Transport
then
1
they
and 2
pretty much
arrived.
ended up
They
spotting
went
us.
down. They kept going straight. I'm imagining that they went down a different side road.
So how many transports?
There's
not
4.
including
There's 4 other
ours.
There's 4 other transports.
Yeah, how many are there though?
4.
He's saying they swatted us.
Okay. I don't know what swatted means.
They're
Like,
surrounding us.
So the other 2 ships, the first 2 that were in front 2 in the line, they pulled in from the far side of the lot. The third one that you were following that has the bomb is in the middle of this big dirt square lot. And the fourth one pulled in pretty much because they were following you. Because they pulled in after the third one, after you guys. 5 successes and a threat.
Yep.
Nice.
Five successes.
Yeah, I'll say Ragro, you're able to you catch up and you see the fourth one park. You followed the 4th transport, you see them park, and you're maybe actually I'll say you're able to get in short range of them, but they notice you. That's the threat.
Okay.
Kiinon's gonna, as he sees them park, I'm gonna make sure I pull the speeder in a way for a quick getaway.
So Ragro pulls up short range of however close you want. You can get up to short range of this this transport. The one threat is that they know you're there.
Yeah.
All the van doors again slid open, and troops from every transport start pretty much hopping out. Their guns are trained on your ship, but you see out of the transport number 3 that was carrying the bomb, you see a Pyke species Pyke with looks like a high-ranking sort of uniform step out of the 3rd transport. He says, "All right, step out of your transport."
Is he in a Pyke uniform?
Yes. He's
Okay.
also like his race is also Pyke.
Yes. That's why I asked for clarification.
Yeah. We're complete with Pyke helmet.
Okay. So not what Shay's expecting, but okay. She pushes Mott to walk out.
Oh, do we open the thing? Wait, what are you doing? Why are you open? Wait, are we opening the door?
He said to get out. Maybe we can talk.
Hand me over the comlink.
Oh, okay. But you already have it. That one you have.
Oh, do I
The
still have
timer
it?
is still
You got that
ticking.
one.
If we open the door, don't shoot us.
It's very
How about
convincing.
this?
God, that's what I
You
thought.
get in your transport and you drive away.
I don't think so.
Ask them what they're gaining from.
What do you benefit from dying with this bomb?
The plan's not to die with this bomb.
Oh, I'm sure it isn't.
But if we stay here any longer, we just might.
Well, that's
He's
a
a-
you problem right now, bud.
He is
Time
a
is
If
Pyke.
you don't have
ticking.
somebody who can disarm it, then that's on you.
He
This
is a
bomb
Pyke.
will not be disarmed. If I have to go down with the ship, I'm willing to die for my people.
Do we
Willing
see
to die
Ragro,
here
just
in the
out of
middle of the
curiosity?
city?
I mean, Ragro is probably where like so the positioning of the other transports was like
Here, I can
So-
open it up in map editor for you guys to see.
honestly that's kind of
Inside the
That might be a
transport,
default.
yeah.
Shay is like, look, I've already misjudged the situation because that's a Pyke. Like, not just the species. Like,
Okay,
he is a
buildings.
Pyke leader. So he's not Red Fang, which means that this is not kamikaze.
Fences.
One-way trip.
Building.
Yeah.
This is a fence.
This isn't a suicide mission like we thought it was.
Building.
We thought the Pyke were sending the Red Fang on a suicide mission. We were wrong
Fence.
already.
This is like the road on that
So
side.
we need to readjust our thought process.
This is the road on this side. This is
gotta think
where one speeder is. This is where one speeder is. This is where one
Transports.
speeder is. This is
Transport 3.
and
we're
here's
still in.
and there's
We're still in
Ragro.
We're still in our speeder.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can,
Yeah, we
your
have a lot
speeder is I'm assuming like here.
So it might be a little out of view.
Yeah, you could probably over
So-
here though.
So
Yeah.
there's a speeder blocking our exit as well.
All of the exits, apparently.
But they are asking us to leave, which means that we possibly could. My question now is, do we want to fight tooth and nail for this bomb, or do we leave? I'm not making that choice for us because the longer we stay, the more danger we're in.
I mean, the longer we stay, the more danger they're in. So, I mean,
Yeah, but
Once
he
they
already
start
said he's
shooting
willing
at
to
the
die
bomb.
for it. I'm not.
if they start shooting, I'm going to start throwing grenades. And they'll
We'll throw
have
it
to
near
stop
the-
shooting real quick.
Don't throw it near the bomb.
Well, you know, that's the whole point. If I start throwing it near the bomb, but not at the bomb, they will know to stop shooting so that the grenades don't keep going so that they don't die.
You may be willing to risk that. I am not.
This thing has been in a speeding vehicle that has gone all over the place today. Had a
that, but no
Wookiee jump
explosives thrown at
onto it and then roll off or miss it, actually. I'm not sure. I don't actually know what happened with that.
We don't have
I
time
think-
for dallying.
The time
We
is
don't
still
have time
ticking,
for
everybody.
normal prisoner tactics or time for a shootout. All we have time for is leaving.
I'm sorry. All you have time for is leaving. You guys are the ones who got us into this mess. We just wanted to pick up the thing. You're the ones who decided we're all gonna park here.
Kiinon's ready to just drive away and pick up Ragro on the way out.
Mott
Does he
sounds
say
like
that?
he's ready to fight for it. Kiinon's ready to drive away.
There is no way we're going to get this bomb. What we originally planned is just not going to happen. Not without
Okay.
endangering.
Ragro, do a average perception check.
There's
Average
one more.
perception check.
There's also one more option. We have a faster speeder than them. We get to the Black Sun first, tell them what's happening. We might not have enough time to get out.
Failure with advantage.
That's the
I
only
mean,
problem.
we could always just get into their speeder, take the bomb, and leave.
That would
That's
include
an
us
option. I
that
don't
would
think it'll
include us-
succeed, but
fighting.
If-
and
If
yeah.
we do, and we can't disarm this bomb, that's the end of us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so Shay, what do you think? You seem
Well,
pretty
I-
confident before. How do you feel now about it?
I didn't know it already had a timer.
They're giving us-
Ragro,
they're giving
you
us an
hear
out.
footsteps on top of the roof next to you, but you can't see anything because you
They're
rolled
giving
one
us an
failure, one
out.
advantage on that perception.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
you
know if
hear
I
only.
can deactivate this bomb. I've never messed with a bomb. I didn't know it would already be ticking by the time we started this.
Shay, I have faith in your skills. You're very talented at what you do. But you're right. You have no idea what kind of setup this is. I would have full faith if we got to it, but it's not going to happen. And the timer is still ticking. They're giving us an out. Right,
We've
Nate? They're
ruined
just
our
telling
spot
us
with
to
the
leave.
Pyke.
Yeah,
But
they're
that
giving you an
doesn't
out. And at this point, the Pyke looks over at the building and motions to the rest of his people to get into ships 1 and 2, and then they and the Pyke leader also gets in ship 1 and 2, and they both take off.
3 hasn't left yet.
3 is empty with the bomb in it. And at this point, 4 also leaves.
Now's
But
our chance.
clearly-
We leave, or
but
I try to deactivate
Is the
it.
door open? Are your doors open, or are they
No.
closed?
No.
Okay. Kiinon's sitting in the driver window. Kiinon, do an average perception check.
I think we're all in the driver window at this point, just like looking out at them, right?
If you, anybody who's standing at the front of the ship can do an average perception.
It's the only
check.
way we can see out.
4 success, 2 threats. So your 4 success is that you can see on both sides of the buildings, on either side of this lot, on the roof, there are multiple heads peeking out. Ooh, Shay rolled a triumph. You actually recognize one of the people on the roof. You see them as well, and you recognize one of them as one of the people that you fought before in the Red Fang.
That's what I thought. We can warn the Red Fang. I don't want to, but we could
I
warn
don't want
them.
to warn them, but no, we are not warning.
Shay
the
wants
Red
to
Fang.
warn the Red Fang.
No. The question is, we could use that to our advantage. We
I say we
have a couple of minutes now. We either leave, or we try to disarm it. But if we disarm it, we have to convince the Red Fang not to shoot us in the process.
Jay, we may have seconds. Everybody else is gone.
Has she kept up with the time?
At this time, there's about maybe 50 minutes left on the bomb, but the fact that they left
We don't
so
know if they're
quickly and
flying.
abruptly should let you know that you might need 50 minutes to get out.
The radius, yeah. We leave now. We let the Red Fang suffer. We're not even. Are we at a Black Sun base? Do we know?
We don't.
You just
Let's
know they're
go.
here on the floor.
Let's go.
I'm fine with leaving. Sometimes we just have to take our losses.
I think that's fair. All right.
Kiinon,
Someone open the back door. See
starts
if
up the
Ragro
shuttle
is out.
again.
Ragro's
up along
Ragro's
Ragro.
pulling up.
Yeah, there's
Kinda
some
like-
and at this point, there's some blaster shots coming off the rooftop towards y'all, towards your speeder. They seem to not quite pierce the armor on the outside of this shuttle.
Shay opens the door to get Ragro inside.
Yeah, you open the door, pull Ragro inside, and after you
And I
maybe
take
get
off.
after you get maybe 30 yards down, the blaster firing at you guys stops. As you pull off, I'm assuming drive back towards the Underworld portal.
Right
I
now,
assume as
I'm
we're-
just driving in a straight line away from where it is.
Where are you? Which way are you guys going to the Underworld portal?
If there's a direct straight line away, yes.
If-
Otherwise,
it's
we're
pretty
just
much- I mean, it's
driving a
pretty much a
straight line
straight
away.
You pretty much went down
Unless-
one street up until that one side road.
Unless that's where the Pikes are too. I don't want to go near the Pikes.
Yeah. You're not sure which way the Pikes went because you hung around for an extra few minutes.
My goal is to just first get away from the blast
Explosion.
radius
Yeah.
and not be anywhere near the Pikes that we just tried to take out.
Yeah. Do a average piloting check. So I'm gonna say
Zero
like
successes.
the 0 success. Okay.
Is there a
So
co-pilot seat?
There's
there
a co-pilot seat.
She
Yep.
would have joined him if there was a
Yeah, you
co-pilot.
can
I
add
didn't know there
you
was
can
two
add.
seats.
If you have skills that help, we can re-roll, or if it's just boost die, we can do that.
I would just boost die because it's the same roll
Boost
as
die.
his.
Okay. Let's do boost die.
Hey, 0 success.
Well, I tried.
You drive away, pedal to the metal, trying to get away from the bomb as fast as possible. The ship sputters out and eventually comes to a halt. You do spot other speeders and stuff nearby. You're around more of a populated area, so there's plenty of other speeders and people and stuff happening here.
Jump out
How do
and
you guys-
jump in
what do you guys
another
wanna
one. Shay's not hesitating. She's opening the door and jumping out and jumping into a different speeder.
How far away from it are we?
At this point, maybe about 2 or 3
Like,
miles.
how long were we in the vehicle?
Actually, I'll say about 3 to 5 miles away at this point.
Not far enough. Shay jumps into a speeder that's occupied, holds up her rifle, and is just like, "Get out."
Roll coercion. That can be a skilled check, and because it's a convincing argument, you can add 2 boost die.
It is very convincing.
So if Ragro wants to assist with that, he may.
yeah, Yeah. Ragro would love to also. So he's like grab the side of the speeder, kind of like shake it a little bit. So you can use my coercion.
Oh yes. I like your coercion
so
better than mine.
It would be my willpower, right? She'd use my
Yeah,
willpower.
so you could take your willpower.
Yeah.
So it'd be 4 green, 2
Okay.
blue against.
Yeah.
I think I said it was average.
and 2 boost dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said that. Yep.
4 green, 2 blue.
Oh, right, my bad. Yeah.
3 success,
That's
3 advantages. The
perfectly-
person immediately gets out of their speeder, holding their hands up in the air, looking at the Wookiee, and then just bolting down the street. And you now have a running speeder in your possession.
Okay.
This one appears to be a little bit of a faster model than what you currently had
How
beforehand.
many speeders have we stolen now?
Who knows?
A lot.
I think we're
Grand
through.
Theft Auto.
It's a
Yeah,
lawless
become
world right
one.
now, so I mean,
I'm
Seven-
using those advantages to heal strain.
7-pointed star. They're gonna just be known as Grand Theft Auto Club or something.
That's fine. As the others jump in, she takes off.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring that guy with us, the guy we knocked out.
What?
I want to
Fair.
know what happened.
Okay.
He wants to know the
Ragro
story
can try
behind
to carry
it.
him
For the guy for
if
it.
you want. Say
What's that?
Ragro has him on his back or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the gray
Punk.
guys. I mean, I figured they
Yeah.
would just
Do an
pick
average
him up and-
athletics check,
That works.
Ragro, to see if
Oh,
you
okay.
can
Yeah.
carry
He said
him.
the gray guys are carrying him.
unimpeded. Oh, I mean, sure, we could do that too, if you want.
Wait, whatever's good. I'm not
The
picky.
gray guys. The gray guys are. Well, I mean, the
Yeah,
only
we'll do the
difficulty
gray guys.
is
Let's
the
get
gray
the
guys
gray
wouldn't.
guys.
The gray guys
Take
wouldn't
him in.
fit in the speeder with us.
No,
Yeah, I
they
was
just
gonna
throw
say,
him
how
in
many
and
guys
then
got
wave
for him?
goodbye.
They can put him in the speeder
Yeah.
with you guys and then go back and do their
They
They're
throw
not
him
gonna
into
ball
the
the
speeder
balls.
and wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do
I
that.
think
Yeah.
of like
Yeah, we can do
Pikmin carrying heavy things together.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys get into that speeder. Do an easy piloting check, and you can take a boost die because Shay can help.
Am I driving again, or are you driving now, Shay?
I technically have to be sitting, not driving.
Okay.
She just says that to Keenan like he understands.
2 success, 1
Two
advantage.
success,
Yeah, you
one
can pedal to
advantage.
the middle and you take off at full speed. Once again towards the Underworld portal. This one I'll say can go like up, down, in the air through the portal. You don't have to get onto a pad, as you have I think almost every time you've gone on in this thing. You can where do you want to go? Are you going back to 1350?
Did we hear a boom?
Not yet. It's maybe been about 40 minutes since there was 50 minutes left. So
I mean, I guess we're just going back to our level.
Just go back to base.
Yep.
Check on your friends.
Yes.
you get to 1350 flying downwards, and you kind of drive over the casino. I guess not over. You drive through the streets of the casino back towards your base when you hear a massive, just deep rumble coming from somewhere distant. You guys know where. And it seems to almost like even slightly vibrate and rumble buildings and foundation down here on 1350 even.
And Shay finds this familiar, right?
Yes. And so you eventually make it back to the headquarters. It appears that the Solar Hawks are not back yet.
She radio comms them. Where are you guys at?
Hey, Shay, you have your comm back. This is Aura.
No. I'm using Keenan's, but yes, sure.
Oh, well, we're currently, we're still on the surface. We're hiding. Those ships are looking for us. We managed to find a safe space. We're just laying low for a little bit until we know the coast is clear.
Let us know if there's anything we can do to help.
Yeah, we'll do. I don't think we'll be here much longer. We'll keep you updated if we need anything.
Okay, thanks.
You guys make it back to the headquarters, and there you find some of people that you'll save from the farm having on, what do they call TV in Star Wars?
Hollow
Hollow?
News.
Hollow News, yeah. You find a Hollow News broadcast. You come in right as it starts. We interrupt normal programming for breaking news out of Coruscant's lower levels, where an unprecedented catastrophe has just unfolded. At approximately 0100 Standard Time, a high-yield energy detonation erupted in the K228 sector, deep within the Undercity. The explosion carved out a blast radius of nearly 50 miles in all directions, instantly vaporizing infrastructure across roughly 100 vertical floors from level 1676 down to 1470. Reports confirm that an additional 50 floors above the core blast have collapsed due to the structural failure, pulling entire sectors down into the zone. Authorities are still working to determine the full extent of the devastation. However, the Disaster Response Office has issued an early estimate of 1.2 billion fatalities, with the number expected to rise as search and rescue teams continue operations. That figure does not include the thousands, possibly millions, who remain unaccounted for deeper in the sublevels. Multiple superstructures have been destabilized, and emergency crews report that sector collapses are continuing to spread outward from the epicenter. Entire districts are being sealed off as responders fight to contain further damage. No official cause has been released at this time, but internal sources suggest the incident may be tied to escalating syndicate violence at the lower levels. We will continue to bring updates as the story unfolds. For your safety, the Underworld portal has been sealed off at levels 2000, 1700, 1425, and 1325 until further notice. This has been a Coruscant News Network emergency planet-wise broadcast.
Shay just kind of huffs and then just walks up to her room.
Mott does much the same, but he's got his gray men carrying that guy up behind him.
No, I lied. She didn't go to her room. She went to her workshop, because why would she go to her room? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Actually, Mott does the exact same. Because why would he go to his room when the workshop has all the tools in it?
If he walks in her workshop, she'll just point to the door. Not saying anything, just points to the door.
Say, look, I gotta take out some frustration on this guy, so either you chill out here while I kill him slowly and figure out what they were doing, or,
do it in your room.
I don't really care what they were doing, I'm just gonna kill him.
That's fine. Don't do it in here. I don't even care if you use my actual room. Just get out of here.
Can I take some of these tools?
She throws
He's
a fusion cutter
grabbing
at you.
random object, random power tools.
I don't care. Just get out.
Alright.
She looks like she's about to cry.
Yeah.
Shay's room. She said it's fine.
I was lying. I just meant get out.
I'm fine.
So Shay, you're in your workshop. I guess you throw down onto your workbench or something, or what do you do?
She's working on those boxes she was making for the thermal detonators to keep them from accidentally exploding. She only made one of them that holds 6, so she's got to make another one. So she's working on that.
Yeah, you look into your bag and you actually find the tracker that you pulled off of that IG-88 droid. That leads to something Black Sun related. You think, or at least wherever that droid came from.
Yeah, she gets distracted and starts reversing that to figure out where it came from.
So you reverse engineer the tracker, and it actually leads to, surprisingly, somewhere on 1313.
That's what we're on, right?
You guys are on 1350. 1313 was where the Pikes were. That's the
That's right.
most dangerous criminally floor of the entire.
Is that one of the ones that was closed off in their thing?
No, you guys are actually. I mean, it's closed off from the surface, but you guys are
1325, right?
Sector.
1325, yeah. She writes down a note and then works on her other thing. By the way, the whole time her droid has been living in her workshop, and so whenever she needs tools, she just tells him to hand her things, and he does, and he just runs around and does things for her.
You do anything else while you're in there?
She just starts working on that other box for the thermal detonators. She doesn't really, she is trying to not cry.
Yeah, sounds good. Ragro and Kiinon, before we get to Mott, Ragro and Kiinon, what are y'all doing?
I feel like at some point, Ragro is gonna go into the workshop and try and have a conversation.
Oh no!
Noah is trying to figure out the details of the conversation as we speak.
Yeah, we'll go to Kiinon first then.
Okay. After seeing the Holo News broadcast, Kiinon just kind of paces in front of the screen for a moment. His face is quite serious. He moves up to his room and starts to take off the padded armor that he's been wearing now for a bit, and he starts to put on his diplomatic robes again, and almost this kind of aura just seems to kind of cover him as he puts on these really kind of fancy regal robes, and he just starts saying, "They don't deserve me here. Nobody here deserves what I have." And he just starts to kind of seethe a little bit in his room, and finally, just kind of after a while, goes out in front of the base and just kind of starts to pace around.
Okay. And then, so Mott, you take the guy to your room, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Much of what happens is redacted, but know that it's not pretty, and he doesn't take the outfit he's wearing off, the mask and the robe and the very menacing vibes. He just kind of leaves it on and is just in
Does he at least get any useful information?
No, he's not trying to. He's just torturing. It's not a good act that he is doing right now. He is angry and frustrated with the situation at hand. The news itself, hearing that like so many people died and that this was all like a failure on their end, only makes him that much angrier with no valid outlet for it. He is taking it out on the only person he can, which is this schmuck who was in somewhere he should not have been and is instead just torturing him for the sake of torture. And as the guy's like, what do you want from me? He's like, nothing. I want you to feel pain in the way that these other people cannot feel. Like, he's like, you are going to know what those people will never know for the rest of your miserable life. And he kind of continues this into the wee hours of the morning, or until somebody comes in and wakes him, but kind of like leaves him hanging on like a thread. His kind of Mott himself just savoring his own anger, his own frustration at the moments that he's going through right now with this situation. Like, being overwhelmed by it is close to describing the way he feels, but it's not quite the same. It's more of a like, he's almost drowning in his anger, but he's also like drinking it in, where he's like, I hate this, and I hate that I failed, and I hate that you exist, and that you and your people have caused this. And so he's just kind of like responding out of the only way he's been trained to know how to respond to these sorts of things.
So Ragro,
with the gray guys just watching on in silence.
Yeah. Ragro, after a few minutes, walks into the workshop.
Shay has her goggles on, and she's just like grumbling and frustrated over a box that shouldn't be that angry. Like, this shouldn't be something she's frustrated about, but she is.
Yeah. Today, well, it didn't quite go as planned.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I get that. I also understand the frustration behind that.
I'm less frustrated that we failed, more frustrated that I couldn't stop it. Should I have stayed? Should I have just tried to disarm it? I could have saved people. I valued my own life over what did they say, billions? I don't think that was worth it.
That, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that thought will easily leave your mind, because I've been living with very similar thoughts this whole time.
She like lifts her goggles, and you can see that like she's been crying and they just have been welling, and so like it falls. And she's just like, given that opportunity again, I don't think I care if I die. At least I won't have to live with knowing the fact that I didn't try to help other people. And it's not that I'm helping people for the sake of helping people. It's just when it's that big and I could have done something, why didn't I? It was cowardly.
It's okay to be upset now, to be angry, disappointed, all of that. But eventually, there will have to be an active choice to move forward and maybe, if not fix. At this point, it might be a little
impossible
difficult
to fix.
But regardless, we still have to move forward from this eventually.
I don't know how.
We'll get there. It is, for me, it felt quite similar. It may have not been a billion people, but it was the only ones I truly cared about. And that will weigh heavy for some time.
My only consolation is I didn't know the people that died. Not really. And that the Red Fang got caught up in it, which shouldn't be happy, but it is. But I'm here to listen if you want to talk. It might be a good distraction.
I think a good distraction is what we both need right now.
Okay. So then Shay goes back to working on stuff, and Ragro's just helping her.
Or
they just gaze lovingly into each other's eyes.
Well, okay, you know.
Shay's asking for Ragro to share his backstory. If he wants to, he can. So we can.
Oh yeah. I think there's some conversation that kind of like fades to black.
Yeah.
I gotta tease that out a little bit, but not
we
like.
Can't tell the audience, but Shay gets to know.
No. That would be too easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can tell Shay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Off screen.
Off screen.
Yeah. I get to know secrets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna say.
I do want to say eventually, by like late into the night, as she would be going to bed, if she still hears Mott, she will get Ragro and be like, we should probably put a stop to this.
He's still going. Late at night.
Then she goes in. She has her like med kit and everything with her too. She goes in, and she immediately like looks for the droid and is like, please don't shoot me.
The droid is like facing the corner of the room still, but the room has like plastic kind of like all over the ground in it, and blood, just casual blood and like things you don't want to see.
The guy that
like
Places you wouldn't expect them.
the guy is still alive though, barely, but still alive, right?
Yeah, no one looks at you. You enter the room and all the gray things are just watching Mott, and the droid's looking at the corner of the room,
Blair
and
Witching.
Mott is like just focused on what he is doing. As this man just kind of like is quietly sobbing and like resigned to like his own despair.
Shay shouts for Mott.
And he like stops for a moment like, "What do you want?"
I think there's been enough deaths today.
"Oh yeah, I think you're right." And he continues.
She looks at Ragro.
That's not what she meant, and you know it.
"I don't think she has a right to speak. Of all the people in this room right now, she had more right to stop this than anyone else, and she chose not to. I didn't."
She throws a wrench at the back of your head. It was in her hand. You didn't finish your sentence. She didn't have a moment.
Go for it.
Roll ranged, light, easy.
Ranged. I want to use a destiny token so bad.
Do it.
Please
Go for it.
I don't
Do
mind.
it.
I'm sorry.
No, please. I'm not.
Mott
I'm not-
deserves it.
She didn't even mean to. Dang it!
Oh, no! One failure,
Wow.
2 advantages. Okay, what do you want you to do with your 2 advantages? You miss Mott.
Can it accidentally hit and knock out the guy?
I was gonna hit and just at this point kill the guy because maybe he has parts of his brain exposed or something.
She doesn't want to kill him.
That would be
That
so
would
much
actually
worse.
probably make her hurt worse.
So much worse.
But like if she knocks him out, it's no longer pleasing to Mott. So
Yeah, sure. You knock out the guy. Screams, stop.
Okay.
And he like
she's,
turns.
she's ignoring Mott and she's going to release the guy and starts like pulling him out of the room.
What are you doing?
What I feel like
Come on. Stop this.
I
Let me
couldn't
finish
save,
with him.
I couldn't save over 1 billion people today. I'm at least going to save one.
50 billion.
Shut up. And she keeps moving.
You made that decision, not me. I was the last one to say anything. You said,
Don't know
let's
if she has her
leave.
rifle on her.
Kiinon wanted power. We had power. And you both chose to leave it behind.
At this
You wanna-
point, Ragro is going to position himself between the two of them.
She just kind of mumbles "good call" and keeps dragging the body out.
No, fine. Fine, I see how it is.
He just glares.
But she's completely ignoring him. She's
Now,
now like,
you. He's glaring at Ragro right now.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
Because
fine.
Ragro's
Yeah.
positioned himself in
Yeah.
between the two.
She ends up like eventually she's ending up just taking him out and either into her, because her room's closer, into her room and starts like medically trying to at least keep him from dying.
Stabilized.
Yeah.
He
The
looks
last
at
thing
Ragro.
she needs right now is for some knucklehead
That was a
to
filter.
push her over the edge. Yeah, filtered.
You weren't there, Ragro. You didn't see it. These two talk like they want to change things. Like they want to make the world better. Like they want to make it safe for people here to live. You know what happens with some people when they face the moment? They
People
stop
get hurt.
and they fail and they falter and they choose not to. They made their decisions, Ragro. I don't think they're worth it.
I made my decisions and ended the same way. Am I worth it?
Come on, big guy. You're a little bit different. You always show up.
And in their one moment of weakness, are you not going to give them a chance to show up again?
50 billion, Ragro. What, so they can kill 100 billion next time? So they can fail more? I don't know.
And he kind of like
Look.
turns away.
Tensions are high. We're at each other's throats. And none of this is going to help any cause we want to rally behind.
Rally behind what? We have nothing to rally behind. 3 days of us planning for something? For what? You think we're gonna make a difference when the Pykes and the Black Suns and whatever other gangs exist out there that can just blow 50 floors up? And we couldn't stop it when we were face to face with it. I don't think so, Ragro. I don't know. I don't know, buddy.
There is a cause to rally behind. Look at the destruction. People want hope.
I don't think they deserve it. If this is the best people can offer me, and we want to offer them hope on this planet, I say let them drown.
You
We
taught me
tried.
how to hope. You hear from behind.
Who says that?
And finally, you turn around with who says that? And you see Gina standing in the hallway wearing like outfit like she had been in surgery in the back room. And out from the room walks a Mon Calamari who speaks to you in Mon Calamari.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian Sturgeon.
Brian Sturgeon.
He goes
Brian
like,
Sturgeon.
"Ooh," and like waves, and he like motions for you to give him money.
Oh shoot! I thought I paid him already. How much do I owe him?
He's asking the broke guy.
I thought I paid him up front, but I might not have. I don't.
I
remember.
don't
I
believe
feel
you
like you
did
didn't.
because it happened.
Yeah.
And you hiring him happened in the Act One
Off-screen.
intro
Yeah.
monologue. I'm gonna say like 5,000 credits for brain surgery is not that bad.
Ragro
Ragro
buddy.
will dig in his
Reasonable.
pockets. Ragro will dig in his pockets and
Gina
kind of
like
without question,
she's,
like
she was
without
kind of
even
supporting
like
herself
asking.
with her arm in the doorway, and she kind of like weakly like falls to her knee.
And
He-
Ragro will
he-
try and help to catch Proper up
Yeah.
as like in the middle of grabbing his credits.
Mott also is going to. Mott literally just throws his money at the guy. So that's 2,717, and he like rushes over to Gina and is like,
Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. You're gonna be fine.
and he kind of like realizes that he doesn't sound quite the same. Like pulls the mask off. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Should you be up right now? Like, shouldn't you be
It's
resting
good to
or
see you,
something?
Mott.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I didn't know you were gonna wake up today. Oh gosh, the place is a mess. Let's go out in the hall. Like,
Well, I'm thinking she was in like her door. She was in a doorway of a different room.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like is much happier to not be in his room.
Yeah, and as you like look into the room that she was in, you just see a pretty much just a table that has, you know, various like cloths and plastics on it near like one end of it. And you notice like there's a bunch of stitches in the side of her head.
Oh man, they got you good, didn't they? Well,
All
you know
that
what?
matters
It looks,
is that the
it just
farm
looks
is
like you
out
got-
of my head.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it looks good. It looks, you know,
So
it looks
what-
nice.
What happened? What did I miss? Last thing I remember is our fight and getting knocked out.
Nothing. You really didn't miss much. You don't feel like hitting me though, or you know, anything?
I never wanted to hit you, Mott.
Yeah, I didn't either. Look, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You freed me, just like you promised you would all those years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, it took a little longer than I was planning on, but
And at this point, Ragro will kind of like interrupt just briefly enough to just like look at Mott, like put a hand on his shoulder, just say, "Hope, Mott. I'll leave you two to your moment," and he'll walk off to his room.
he kind of glares at you, but like in that like friendly glaring type of way, not in like the genuinely.
Like,
I'm
I know
angry
you're
glare.
right, but dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, look, let's can you get downstairs? Are you gonna be
I-
good to move?
I think I should sleep. Is there a
Yeah,
bed?
What? Yeah. Why don't we get you a bed and sleeping somewhere? And you stay right here, Ragro.
His door opens again.
Hey, Ragro,
Blair's
can I
back.
use the room for the night real quick? I just need to get her a place to sleep. You could sleep in my bed.
Can Shay hear them through her door?
Yeah, sure.
She comes to the door, like you can hear her hit the wall to open it, and it opens and she goes, "There's an extra guest room down the hall." And then
Oh.
just sits back in. Like you can see that her hands are covered in blood and she just slides back into the room and then the door just shuts again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Let's get you in that room. Huh? How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. She looks like very visibly tired.
We'll talk more when you wake up tomorrow. How about that? Huh?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Good. Yeah, you sleep, and I'll make sure you get breakfast and stuff you need to eat, and be awake tomorrow morning. All right, and we can figure out clothes and stuff like that, and what you're gonna do tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
She just kind of gives you a smile, a soft smile, and like just a tired like nod. So
Good.
Shay,
Good.
what is Shay doing in the room with?
Shay's her trying her best to like rehabilitate and save this guy. She's trying everything she can just to save him.
Yeah, let's do a average medicine check with a setback because Mott did some work, but technically he's not passed out yet, so that means he's not exceeded his wound threshold.
And Mott wasn't trying to kill him.
Right.
3 success to advantage.
Nice. Yeah, so you managed to patch him up and prevent any further bleeding. Yeah, and you managed to bandage all of his wounds and get him stable.
She binds his hands, but lets him sleep in her bed. So
Okay.
she's not trusting him, and she doesn't sleep, but she sits next to the bed as he's there.
Can I frame it so that as we see her sitting in the bed, we get like a split screen of Mott sitting next to the bed of Gina as well?
On either side of the wall, so like
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
dude that's wrapped in bandages with Shay next to it, and on the opposite side of the wall it's like a mirror image with Gina on the bed and Mott next to it.
Yes.
Oh, she
Vanderness, you know what to do.
She has so many choice words for Mott right now. Don't worry. She just doesn't care enough to use them. Too much effort.
Is Kiinon still just pacing out the front?
Yeah, he's been pacing around out front, walking up and down the street a little bit, talking to himself. A couple times he's actually drawn his weapon a few times as he starts thinking of what just happened, how this plan of power is slipping through his fingertips because of his incompetent cohorts, and how they are not helping at all.
Do
and he's
a
just-
underground knowledge check. Sorry, underworld
Also-
underworld knowledge check.
Side note, while she's sitting there, she's kind of like messing with her broken comm, trying to fix it.
Okay.
Just giving her something to do.
You're not in any stressful situation. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You did it earlier too.
What's
but
the
yeah,
difficulty, Nate?
I'm gonna say average.
One
okay.
failure.
We'll never know what that was for.
Okay.
Yo. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Mott got 6.
anything else for this night in game?
Shay doesn't sleep. She works on her comm. When she fixes it, she just finds other things to mess around with, and just
Yeah.
I
sits
feel
there.
like
Realist.
we're waiting, like out of character. I feel like the players are waiting for Ragro to go help Kiinon now too.
Oh.
He's a giant Care Bear.
But also, like, I already said he went to his room.
That's fair.
Ragro, the team psychiatrist.
Honestly,
Yeah.
when did the
Jeff,
one
do
that
you
swings
think-
axes
you think
and punches
Kiinon
people with brass
needs
knuckles
Ragro
become the
right now?
therapist? So Shay
lot
is
of
pretty
people-
much just like hasn't left this guy's side, hasn't even like gone to get food and stuff because she doesn't want him waking up when she's not in the room. So she's just been chilling. Occasionally she'll ask like one of the mercenaries to bring her food and stuff, but
Or not one of the mercenaries, but one of the other prisoner.
yeah, one of the other.
Yeah,
That's true because they're not here. She'll just ask someone passing in the hall, like, "Hey, can you go get me food real quick? I can't leave." There, it's a guy. He's not a prisoner. He's kind of a prisoner. You get my point.
Yeah.
And just like makes them go get her food and come back, and yeah. So
Yeah.
she's just been waiting for this guy to wake up. That's her only focus right now. She's very like one task minded right now.
And it's morning now?
Yeah, we can say it's the next day. If anybody slept, you may heal strain. If you did not
Mott
sleep,
did fall asleep
okay.
next to her, but like on the,
If you
the
didn't
chair
sleep,
next to her.
I'm gonna say I'm actually gonna say average discipline check
That's fine.
because this is more of like a mental battle at this point than a physical tired.
Oh,
1 failure, 2 advantages, 0 success, and a threat. Take
And
a
one
strain,
Kiinon's been-
Kiinon.
Keenan's been at a cantina all
Okay.
night.
Sounds good.
The light knife.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
something
say I'm gonna play
seedier.
the failure. Okay, so
Oh.
heal 2 strains, Shay. Helping this guy is kind of giving you a little bit like a focus amidst everything, even if it's still not a great situation. Kiinon, take a strain. If you
Okay.
fail, just narratively, you're still not overall taking everything that happened very well.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
she's definitely not.
Yeah, so just you can play the failing that discipline check narratively and whatever.
Don't worry, I got you.
In fact, could I, in the morning, barge into to Shay's room, and that wakes her up?
She wasn't
Kiinon
awake.
is
She wasn't asleep.
Blaster.
okay. So Kiinon just kind of barges into Shay's room, quite inebriated. His outfit is looking really disheveled now, and he's just carrying his blaster, and he kind of stumbles into Shay's room just for a moment, talking kind of incoherently for a few moments, and then looks over and sees this person in Shay's bed, and he looks over at Shay with this kind of wide eye, like,
She goes over to him and is like removing the pistol from his hand. She's like, let's
take
not
that from me.
No, you don't need that in this state right now.
who's that?
A guy I rescued from Mott.
Rescued from Mott? And he looks over and he sees the bandages that Shay has done on him. He's like, what do you mean? This was the guy that was in the speeder with us.
Yeah, but no one deserves to be tortured.
And Kiinon's eyes just kind of drop at Shay, and then just kind of pushes Shay out of the way and storms back. And he's looking for Mott now, assuming he's up in
Close
his
his
room.
door.
Is it reasonable enough to assume that this was a loud enough conversation
would've
to
been loud.
stir a Wookiee from sleep?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. At this point, you would probably faceplant into a Wookiee. Maybe not paying attention too much, but like he's walking out into the hall at this point.
And I'm yelling, Mott!
Yeah, if he's yelling Mott will like
Shay,
kind of
Shay-
And you're
like,
in with Gina, right?
in the guest room. Yes.
Right.
Shay's leaning out into the hallway after Kiinon and goes, remind him that this wasn't actually my fault. I just didn't step in and stop it. Not that I actually made the bomb or caused it. Because
Where's
I think
Mott?
there's somewhere he's not connecting, and
The
she's
door
just like rambling.
He's like, hey, keep your voice down. Keep your voice down. Gina's trying to sleep. What are you doing?
I like just beeline it. If Ragro's like in my way, he will try to push and end up mostly just like pushing himself around the Wookiee.
Yeah.
Gets on the wall.
I think like you'll feel a bare hand grab your shoulder and say, I think you could do for some sleep.
and he doesn't listen to Ragro and just starts waving his gun around, saying, "What did you do to him? What did you do?"
Ragro, I didn't do anything to Ragro.
Ragro's also gonna try and disarm.
Who are you?
I'm Mott. Who are you? What are you talking about?
Shay's just leaning in her
you're some
doorway
kind of
watching this
torture
happen.
now, aren't you?
Hey, keep your voice down. Gina's trying to sleep.
You just like to torture people. That's what you want. Just go ahead and blow up another billion more people, huh?
Sure, why not? Why don't we just do that? Hey, while we're at it, why don't we actually get a bomb this time, huh? You failed on doing that. So you want to call me a torturer? Go ahead. I'm a torturer. At least I can do something. What did you do?
And if Ragro is going to have to do some kind of athletics check, because Kiinon is going to move right up to Mott and put the gun right up to his head.
I'm hoping that
yeah.
Ragro's already refused, like, removed
Yeah.
the gun.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to do an
that's
athletics
what-
check.
which
I'm gonna say
Ragro
both
has
of you
been
roll.
trying to grab his gun.
Why don't you do athletics against
Very
mine?
much.
Yeah, we can do opposed
Yeah,
athletics.
you're one green, I
Okay.
think.
My
Yeah,
two
yeah,
green.
yeah.
Both of you
Two.
roll athletics. We'll say most
I have
successful.
one.
So-
Yeah, so two
Wait, so
green.
Competitive, it's a
it would-
competitive check, so athletics check.
Oh, it's
Both
just
of
an
you.
athletics check, like flat out.
Yep, both of you do it, and it's
Okay.
whoever has the most success wins.
Unless
fair.
he just wants to do it against my athletics as his difficulty.
I'm gonna say no Destiny tokens are allowed to be used
Okay, that's fine.
for this. For
I
this
mean,
rule.
I was also under the impression like the other way he was saying is I could have his athletics as my difficulty.
Right. That way.
Yeah, but there's also that's an opposed check. There's also a competitive
Okay.
check. So like something like
Okay,
an
that's
arm
fine.
wrestle,
Yeah.
you could do a competitive check. I mean, I think
Gotcha.
it could be interesting that both of you get to roll your own dice.
Okay, what
That's fair.
difficulty?
No,
No
difficulty.
difficulty,
No
just straight
difficulty,
roll.
yeah.
Oh,
No
no
rolls, the most
difficulty.
success
Okay.
wins. Tiebreakers triumph. Tiebreakers advantage.
All right.
That anything past
Good
like
luck.
Attainable.
Yeah.
3 successes to
Yeah.
advantage to 1 advantage. So
Ragro
So as
playing
soon as-
Peacekeeper.
As soon as he says that, I start moving towards, and Ragro, maybe you start seeing my gun start coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Come right
That's
to
the
him.
first thing Ragro's going for. He's just gonna like grab the barrel and just rip it out of your hand, and then just gonna like hold it well out of your reach. Yeah, it's just like
Jump for it.
straight up. Just like, yeah.
And do you hold me as well?
I feel like he probably like yeah Yeah, he would. Because he knows tensions are high, and if you were already planning on pointing a gun at him, you are not in a state to have this kind of disagreement. So
Shay's just leaning in her
Ragro's trying to
doorway with
keep
her
the
arms
peace.
crossed, watching.
Yeah.
now he can't stop Mott from doing anything at this point yet, but
All right, Mott will close the distance for you. He doesn't mind
yeah,
that.
that's
He's
what I
like,
figured.
Great.
what did you do, huh? Nothing. You were the first one to say we should leave. 1.4 billion people. Whose fault is that, huh? You
Maybe
talking
I
about
should have
power?
just
You
left
talking
you
about
there
being-
then. I saved you, you piece of poodoo. I saved you. How dare you?
We could have stopped
And-
this. She's skilled enough to have stopped it. Your fear stopped her from doing anything. You're scared. You're scared and weak. You talking about
Fear?
power?
I take a swing at Mott.
Shay yells down the hall, "My own fears stopped me, and I regret it. You don't have to remind me."
You could swing at Mott, by the way. You can. I don't know what you have to roll against for that, but I'm assuming it's really
That's just
easy.
a melee. Yeah.
Yeah, you could
like
brawl.
brawl.
It's gonna be brawl.
Yeah.
Roll.
And I'm gonna say
yeah.
it's
chaos.
so it's average as usual, but I'm gonna say 2
Yep.
setback because there's a Wookiee that is
And
interfering.
you are, in your own words,
Wait,
very
can he get a bonus
inebriated.
die? Can he get a bonus die because Mott is not like Mott is just right up in his face for it? I know. I genuinely think he should get like. I don't see a reason why. Like Mott's right there. Mott's not a hard target.
I got a Wookiee holding me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
That's
get
why
it.
Mott thinks that he's fine though. I feel like that gives at least one bonus die.
Sure. I mean, you can roll you add a boost die to that check.
Okay.
Or just roll the boost die. We'll do the calculations.
Okay.
There it is.
There
One
we go.
success, one threat. So you managed to punch Mott in the face
Okay.
for however
Shake
much
laps.
damage. It's just your brawls damage, bronze
Yep,
damage. I
2
think
brawn,
2 damage.
so just 2 damage plus my success, so 3 damage.
Yeah. So threat, Ragro, you can be the threat here.
Uh-huh.
What do
Yeah.
you do in
At
retaliation?
this point, as he's taking a swing at Mott, Ragro's just gonna be like, "Everyone, shut up! You at Kiinon, you're going back to your room and sobering up.
You go to
Everyone,
your room.
go back to your rooms." And he just like picks him up over his shoulder and starts marching to his room.
And Kiinon just starts
Great.
flailing like, hey, what are you doing? Get me down.
I have a question. Would Shay, in her medical like kit and supply, have like any sedatives?
Yeah, sure.
She's gonna be like, "Hold on, big guy, hold on," and she gives Kiinon a sedative.
Right in his buttocks.
Yeah.
Before
Right,
it
I'm
like
like-
kicks in, Mott's gonna like kind of reel from like the. Oh yeah. What are you gonna do now? You let the Wookiee carry you away? You're weak. You're weak and you
She
can't
turns
do
and faces
anything.
Mott and goes, "You want one too?"
I mean, I wouldn't say no to grabbing one of those. They seem useful.
Go back in your room.
Whatever.
In this time, in the next everybody's in their room. Gina wakes up. Actually, I'll say she wakes up at the tail end of the commotion and be like,
Couch, not.
"What's going on?"
If anything, from the Wookiee yelling, "Everyone, get back in your room."
Yeah. Why is everybody mad at each other?
It's a long story short. It begins and ends with the people I've been spending a lot of time with right now. They're not doing what they claim they can do. How about that? Huh?
I've seen firsthand what you guys can do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty skilled. Ragro's something incredible for sure. Shay is very good with mechanical stuff, but Kiinon told us all to not do it, and scared Shay, and Shay decided she couldn't do it because of that, and well, now here we are. Look,
I'm
It's
glad
rough.
that Kiinon made the. Well, what happened?
are you sure you're all right for this? It's a. I don't want to like hurt you. Your brain's still recovering, right?
My brain's fine.
Well,
What's going on?
we tried to get a bomb from one of the local gangs, and we had it. We were this close, Gina. We were this close to having it and being able to use it for something beneficial. And they got cold feet. They all got cold feet, and it blew up. And 1.4 billion people died because we were right there at the finish line and we couldn't take two. I don't know numbers. How many people? How many people?
1.2.
1.2
First
billion
one,
people
Now
died.
it's 1.4. Too much. It's 1.4
50 billion.
Well, how would
Just
you use a
increases every
bomb
time.
that killed 1.2 billion people for good?
Thank you.
I would use it against people who were evil.
And you don't think there'd be other collateral damage?
No, I think we would have used it in a way that would have been beneficial.
Well,
Or
all things
not
considered,
use it at
I'm
all.
glad you didn't die, Mott.
Well, you know, I'm a little bit harder to kill than that. Let's be real. He's like rubbing his like cheek that don't like 3/10 of his health worth of damage.
One punch from a not even sober man.
And she's just kind of lay down and go back to sleep because
And then he's gonna tell the gray people to clean up his room and get the blood and the plastic out of it.
After some time passes, I'm assuming same day, maybe like later that evening, Kiinon wakes up a bit of a headache, but sober. What has the rest of you three been doing?
He smells
throughout-
like food, like whatever bacon they have on this planet is being cooked right now.
Sure. Womp rat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mott's cooking it for Gina. Like this is the second time he's probably fed her today. If Kiinon's just waking up, and Mott only really knows how to prepare this.
Just one dish.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiinon, you kind of hear this stumbling down the stairs and this, and he turns the corner and sees Mott cooking and just kind of gives him this look, but he's too much in pain right now, and he kind of goes over towards the calf and pours anything that's left
It's
into
not made
some
yet.
mug. Yeah.
Shay never came
It's
down to make
nighttime.
calf, so there's no calf
So
made.
it's like-
Nighttime at this point.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And he realizes there's nothing there, and so he kind of looks over at Mott like, can you make some? But he's like, I'm not gonna ask him that, and so he starts to stumbling around trying to make some calf.
What are you
No.
doing? You don't put that there. You put the water. You put the agua in first.
Quiet.
Get your hands off there. Get off. Look, I'll do it.
And he just kind
Come
of
here,
falls
come
down in a chair next to him.
You're gonna ruin the thing. He like starts working on it instead. Looks like you
What's Shay
sobered
doing?
up, huh?
Sorry, I just to get an idea of
Shay's
where
waiting on that guy to wake up. She keeps randomly getting food
Okay.
brought in, but that's all she's doing.
Where's Ragro while this is happening?
I think at some point Ragro would have been like, Shay, go get some sleep.
No.
Okay.
I'll watch him. Go get some sleep.
You two are
But,
watching it together then? I'm guessing?
She kind of just, it's like fine and just like stays in the room, but just like slumps in a corner. She's just stubborn.
Whatever.
Okay, sorry. Back to Mott and Kiinon.
Yeah.
You sobering up or what?
As soon as you give me some of the calf.
Yeah. And he like takes a little bit, and he like pours it out. He's like, here, drink it.
You serve that horribly.
Yeah, well,
Would
it's
you
not something I
poison it
usually
too?
make.
It's poison, probably.
No,
Huh?
I don't have any poison.
I would if I did.
Kiinon just starts to take the cup and then sip on it.
Mott's kind of looking at him almost with like disgust right now, but not quite disgust so much as like you're just below me type of like visual like.
The way
Maybe-
Kiinon normally
maybe-
looks at other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might be like kind of fluttering a little bit higher too, like when he hands you like the beverage. But he's like, "Look, I'm gonna bring this into Gina. She's got to eat. She needs to get her strength back. I've still got a little bit left. If you need some, I can make it for you."
Kiinon looks up at Mott, sees him up higher than he normally is. Keenan's just slumped over on the chair, kind of coddling his cup of calf, then just kind of looks down at his calf and says, "Fine."
You gonna thank me for it at least? You gonna say please?
Kiinon stands up, tries to get higher than Mott,
He'll go to
I
eye
don't know.
level, but he won't go lower.
and he says, "I don't thank torturers." And then he just sits back down.
Well, you drink coffee from it, seems. And he's gonna take the plate and flutter upstairs.
Technically, you all are torturers.
Yeah. When did they torture? I've tortured other people with them.
To find the farm's location, you tortured the catcher.
Oh yeah. They were there for that?
Everybody was there for that one.
Oh
So
yeah.
just you can use that as pepper that in
Leverage.
whenever you want.
He leaves the food on like the bed tray for Gina and then comes back down. He like flutters into the kitchen. He's like, all right, what? You want some food or what?
No, I can get it. And he stands up and moves over to where Mott was cooking and tries to gather up some food and starts to try to turn on something. And Kiinon probably has never like cooked anything in his life, and so he's like, turning on like 4 burners at a time and like, trying to take the pan and figure out which one he kind of puts it on, maybe in the middle.
No, bottom right. Turn the other 3 off.
This is how I do it.
You put all of them on? For one?
I only need one. It
Yeah, so
kinda
turn the
turns
other
off
3 off.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And he like pushes you off to the side. He's like, look. One torturer to another. I'll do this for you. And you go sit back down and continue drinking your caf. How about that?
Fine. He goes and sits back down.
And Mott like adjusts everything back to the only settings he knows how to cook something. The one thing he can cook.
While this is
Blind
happening,
leading the
it's,
blind.
I'm gonna say maybe like an hour after Shay, 2 hours after Shay goes to sleep and Ragro's keeping watch. The guy just kind of is like eyes like shoot open and his whole body kind of does a jolt. He's, what? Where am I?
Is that enough to wake Shay? I have no clue.
I assume Shay would probably be sleeping lightly enough
Okay.
as well that could wake her up.
She wakes up and is just like, what? Huh? What? What? Oh, hello.
You? What happened?
I
Where am I
saved you
for
from
now?
a torturer. You're welcome.
Torturer?
You were being tortured.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I saved you from that.
Got it. Where are we now?
In my room. I don't know what to do with you, though. I didn't think this far ahead. She just says this so matter-of-factly, too. She just...
You could let me go.
But then you'll go back to the Pikes. And they just murdered, like, a lot of people, and I don't really want to.
So what? You're just gonna kill me then?
No, that defeats the purpose of saving you, doesn't it?
So you're gonna keep me prisoner?
I don't know.
We can rig something up.
Can you just stay for now?
He looks down at his shackled hands.
They're, like,
Put it up
loosely
there.
tied.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
cannot walk. He physically is no longer able to walk. Mott can torture somebody and ensure that they don't have the ability to leave.
Sure.
You just get rid of certain things that people need to leave.
Yeah. They'll say, well, I can't feel my legs and my hands are tied. So yeah, obviously I'm not going anywhere.
I can fix that eventually, kind of. Maybe. If it's worth it. I haven't decided yet. I just didn't want someone else dying.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the game. People die. As mercenaries, I thought you would have no problem with death. People die every day.
I don't have no problem with it. I just tend to have a reason for doing it. There was no reason in that one.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. It's not for us to say. Just follow orders. Get paid.
Ragro, do you
Me-
mind helping me move him to the guest room? This is my bed. I want it back.
A room
There's
table.
more than one guest room. This is a huge house.
That's
And
fair.
the mercenaries are sharing rooms.
That's fair. We can move him to an unoccupied room. That's fine.
About this time, Shay's comm dings.
Oh, hey, it's
Uh,
working.
yeah.
She puts it back.
Hey, Shay. We're here at... Gav, what floor are we at? We're here at floor 2000. It's a big... It's like a big door. They closed the Underworld
Oh,
portal. We
right.
can't get down.
Yeah, there was an explosion.
Oh. Was that the earthquake?
Yeah, it killed a lot of people.
Oh. Well, it seems like we can't get down. What should we do?
You guys can decide if you want to wait or if you want to leave. I don't care anymore.
We'll find a place around here and wait for things to calm down.
Okay,
We'll find some work until we can get back to you.
sorry.
Nope, no worries. We'll figure it out. Everything will be okay.
I hope so. Yeah, she helps transfer the guy to the other room, actually, like, makes him somewhat comfortable, undoes his hands because there's not much he can do, and just makes sure that there's nothing within range that is weaponable. She also changes the lock on the door so that, like, there's a code to get in now, and she only her and Ragro know it.
Cool.
Do I hear that? I feel like that would be taking up.
you would
making a decent
hear
amount of noise.
like the beep of some sort of pad.
Oh, but it's not like they all have locks on them.
They all
I
have
feel like
I
you'd
feel like they would have the capability to lock
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Okay.
But like, we just don't necessarily need them locked always.
Gotcha.
This one is now locked from the outside.
Yeah, or maybe there's a panel. They can pull off a panel and
Mhm.
have some sort of like backdoor access kind of thing. So Kiinon and Mott, while that's going on,
Yeah.
Shay will be
He's
coming
like,
downstairs after that, by the way.
shoves the meal at him. There you go.
Kiinon takes the plate. He's starting to come around a little bit more now. Pain in his head is starting to dissipate, and he'll look at Mott and kind of give him this thank you, and starts eating the food.
Shay comes downstairs.
I don't know what your problem is. You're getting mad at me for what? For teaching a guy a lesson? For a man who's done horrible things? And you want me to act like I'm sad about that or I'm sorry? You've watched me torture people. What do you mean you call me torture? What is this? Was this just junk? I don't get it. You talk about wanting us to have power. You talk about us wanting to do things that change the world and change how people perceive us. And yesterday, what happened? We had it. We could have taken it. It was in a container. We could have moved to here. And Shay could have done it. Who was it? Which one of us was it that said, let's leave first? Huh? When power was right nearby. You don't have to answer. I'm just thinking.
I'm sorry, were you talking? I'm not listening to lesser beings.
No, I'm not talking. And he kind of like looks at Shay and he's like,
You have something to say?
no, I'm just looking. I'm going upstairs. And he like,
No, wait. I have something to say.
oh, you have something to say. Okay.
You talked to me like it was my fault those people died. I didn't make
Sure.
the bomb.
Sure wasn't my fault.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't any of our fault. It was the Pikes. None of us made that bomb. None of us planned to set it off in that area. None of us killed those people, so to stop acting like we did, just because we didn't stop it, doesn't mean we purposefully did it.
Shay, we didn't even try to stop it. You were right there.
We
You
had
were
a
right
time
there.
limit. I don't know how to deactivate bombs. I've never dealt with a bomb. From what I saw from those schematics, had I not done it fast enough, we would have all died, and I wasn't going to risk that. Do I regret it? Yes. I should have stayed. I should have died in the process with all of them. But that doesn't change what happened, and I can't change it now.
We have
You're
stepped
just
into
making it worse.
temples that we knew nothing about what would happen to us.
I
we
don't
could
care.
have died just by going down there.
Mott, we can't change what happened.
No, but we can learn from it. And if you want to keep acting like you didn't choose the wrong decision, that's on
I
you.
know I did. I regret it. I told you. Next time I'm changing my mind. I'm making a different choice, but I can't go back and change it now. And you
Mott.
are making it worse. I already am destroying myself from the inside out. I don't need your help.
Mott hears from over in the kitchen, kind of the table, shove a little bit, and just like, yeah, listen to Mott the moral.
She points over at Kiinon and is like, You hush. You're not helping either.
Oh, you don't tell me to hush.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Nobody here
Mr.
tells me
Kiinon
to
Leopold
hush.
of the impressive family lineage who is so important but can't even go home.
Ooh. Kiinon
Oh, woe
stands
is
up
me.
and just walks out. Just walks out.
Shay stops talking to them and goes and makes food. She
Alright.
yells up to Ragro, Hey Ragro, you want anything?
Sure. Something of whatever.
She makes like a big old meal for like anyone in the house.
Mott will go grab like 5 of the thermal detonators that he has, and he's gonna go downstairs and walk outside. Is Kiinon outside still?
You see Kiinon kind of walking down the street again.
Where you going?
Someplace away from you three.
Oh yeah? It seems like that's what you're good at, right? I don't know what you and Shay were talking about, but seems like leaving all your problems behind you is something you're real good at. For somebody who thinks they're better, more powerful, or should be, that's kind of shocking.
I don't know, maybe I'm not so good at it because you're still following me.
Yeah, well, I gotta sell some stuff.
Where at?
I don't know. I figured I'd go to one of the places in town that's got like, the pawn shops or whatever. Yeah, like one of like the less reputable ones.
Kiinon points over to a place off to the side. It's like, they might be able to help you over there.
Well, I see you when I get back.
I'll be back when I want to be back.
So I can't have your stuff then.
No.
No, it's worth asking. And he like makes his way towards the pawn shop or the place that was recommended.
Mhm. So Kiinon, where are you headed?
He's heading back to the cantina.
The light knife or a different one?
Some other seedy one.
Yeah, you managed to find some other seedy cantina
The Strife
about-
Blight.
What?
The Strife Blight. You know, next to the light knife.
Strife Blight. I'm trying to think of what my brain's trying to swap the letters to what you're trying.
Right? Slight?
Blight Strife.
Yeah, backwards it would be
Stripe,
slight
Blight.
rife.
Blight Strife. Strife Blight.
The light knife is nightlife. Backwards.
I couldn't think of anything quicker. That was all I got.
Okay, well, Kiinon, as of the previous night, found the seedy little cantina called, we'll call it.
Wookiee's Delight.
Oh. Oh. Oh my.
It's because it's tropical themed, okay, guys? Come on.
Ragro works there on the weekend.
It's gonna be called the Gold Mine. Inside, it is, like as you said, very seedy. It's kind of run down. There's maybe like 2 other people inside. One playing a game of Jarek by himself. Another one sitting at the bar, sipping on some sort of drink.
Kiinon heads over to the bar, kind of at the stool where he was sitting last night.
The Twi'lek bartender female comes up. Oh, you again. I guess we got a new regular.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Same thing as last night.
Let's start there, yes.
Sounds good. And she goes and gets you the same beverage as you had the previous night.
Kiinon takes it, assuming, maybe the seedy place doesn't have a great venue for live entertainment, so maybe there's some kind of music player in the corner that's sounds like one of the
jukebox.
speakers needs fixed,
Yeah, like a jukebox.
making maybe more noise than music. And he sits there for a second, looks at the drink and looks at the Twi'lek and says, do you get a lot of people coming in here?
We used to, not in the past month or so.
And why is that?
Well, after the Red Fang took over, the main area around the Underworld portal, new people haven't been coming in. People have been staying inside because, violence is continuing to grow.
The Red Fang,
Yeah.
yep.
Yesterday's events definitely don't help. People are unsure of what tomorrow may bring.
Red Fang have been a blight on many,
And she just kind of gives you a, kind of look.
all the syndicates.
I just wish somebody would, I don't know. She goes like to wiping the bar.
No, go ahead. Finish that statement. You wish what?
I wish somebody would just take them all out.
He takes a sip and he's like, what could have been? And he just kind of sits there in silence now for a bit.
Going back to Mott, going to the pawn shop. You find a pawn shop. It's literally called Pawn Shop. And as you approach, you see another Toydarian actually closing up shop and like pretty much like standing outside the door about like to lock it shut.
Hey, don't close up yet, eh?
Hey, what? Oh,
I
another
guess I don't know.
Toydarian. You don't see those very often.
I know. You interested in and he gets like a little bit closer? Thermal detonator?
You say thermal detonators?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I said one thermal detonator.
Oh, I mean, I could make a move.
Yeah. How much would you be willing to part with for one?
Roll a negotiation. I'm gonna say it's gonna be
Easy.
average.
One failure, 3 advantage.
One
Oh no,
success,
one
two
success, two advantage.
So, what do you want the 2 advantage to be? The 1 success means you are able to sell at a quarter of the price.
Quarter the price. Oh boy. I'm going to sell, depending upon what the price is, more than one.
I think 500 is a quarter.
So he might sell 500 as a quarter of the price.
Mhm.
So he might try to use that advantage. But look, if I throw 3 more in, will you bump it up to 550?
3 thermal detonators for
4.
550.
4
4 thermal detonators for 550.
550 each.
each.
You can roll the same check again, actually, and add a boost die for those 2 advantages.
3
3
successes.
success, that's
and
75%. Then I can say 4 thermal detonators. The more I have, the easier they are to move. 4,500.
Total?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's I'm fine with that price. Math is very difficult for me, but
Wait,
yeah,
hang
that
on.
seems good.
I messed up my math. That would be 6,000. 6,000.
Wait, 4,500 or 6,000?
That would be if this is. I was mathing for 3. It's 4, so it's 4 times 1,500.
6,000 for 4. Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, that's yeah, we're fine with that. I need to get some cash right now.
Pleasure doing business with you.
So that's 4. I go down to 14 total for those of you keeping track at home.
Oh no.
And how much money do I have now?
6K.
6,000.
You should have 6K. Yep.
1,000. I'd like to go. We were at, there was a Red Fang group up here that we like.
They're in the
Like, we-
entertainment district.
Can I go over there?
Yeah, by yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's gonna like. Yeah. No. He just wants to go over there. It's gonna be a real quick. Like, he'll pay to have like somebody else drive them. That way, he's not taking his vehicle if he does get spotted.
Okay,
Fair enough.
We'll say like 30 credits.
So he's outside of the wall and he like is looking at. It is a wall to get into that area. kinda
And whereas
like-
before you could hear like the bustle of pirates inside, it seems kind of quiet.
Oh, like there's nobody in there now.
I didn't say nobody, but it's definitely quieter than before.
He's gonna grab like a random guy nearby and be like, hey, this is still like the hideout for those guys, right?
I don't know, man.
What are you doing here? Get out of here. And, like,
I'm just going to the casino.
it's like, all right, I'm like, oh, hold on. Yeah, well, okay. He still goes up there. He's like, screw it, I'm mad.
Mhm.
And he's gonna take the thermal detonator, like trigger it and hold it for like a moment, and like just kind of feel the like, and then chuck it and like turn away from it and walk away.
Michael
Explosion in
Bay.
the
Cool
background.
guys.
Yes.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
you toss it, and it just, strength isn't exactly Mott's strong suit, so it doesn't go super far. It goes far enough to pretty much like you throw it, you walk away, you hear it boom, and you hear like a loud metal clanking, and you turn around, and the wall is like part of the wall has been completely incinerated, part of the building along with it, and it kind of seems like just a round incinerated like blast. Think of like a nuke that's like, I'm gonna say like 8 meters or so, not 8 meters, like 5 to 6 meters.
He's like, oh, poodoo.
Just incinerated.
Shoot, I gotta get out of here.
And as you walk inside, or as you look backwards, you can kind of see. You kind of walk. I'm imagining you walked across the street first before kind of walking over, and you can
Okay.
kind of see down. And there are some Red Fang members in there, but it definitely does not look very crowded. Their numbers seem very dwindled.
He's going to leave at this point and go one last stop. I apologize. Is the guy who doesn't speak,
Mhm.
or the guy who is yes he's looking for
yeah.
Okay. At this point, though, you do hear like scrambling. A couple of the pirates that are there, like scrambling, and they're now like walking around trying to figure out whoever did it. Again, their numbers are dwindled, so it's not really that big of a threat to you. So, but yeah, is where he was previously.
Like, can I want to pay you on top of giving you food every day for this month. I would like to pay you 100 credits right now for you to keep an eye on the guys over there. Don't worry, I made a window for you.
Isn't he blind? Didn't I say he was blind?
Yeah, he's blind.
Oh shoot! What am I doing? I forgot.
He's blind and mute.
Okay, yeah, right.
I'm blind.
I completely forgot about that. Okay. How about that buddy of yours? Didn't you have a buddy that like could see things? Maybe?
And he kind of points down the alleyway, and in the same exact spot, his buddy.
The
is over
octopus
it.
faced.
He's like, look, I'll double it to 200. If between the two of you, I can come and explain what you have seen, and you just keep an eye on it and keep an ear out specifically on these guys over here. Anything weird that happens, anything odd, just let us know. All right?
How should we contact you?
You know the nightlife,
Okay, so it's the droid there.
the light
still.
knife.
The droid
Yeah.
there still. Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Whenever
Okay.
you talk to him for food, tell him what has happened, and then he leaves, and I lose 200 more credits.
Shay and Ragro, what have you guys been up to?
Shay made a big meal for everyone in the house, so like any of the people that are staying with them. She also went and like fed the guy. While she's up there, she's like, I mean, I don't want you going stir crazy. What do you do? Do you have a name? I should probably learn a little more about you. She just like sits down and starts talking.
Yeah,
Sorry,
my
making
name
a
is EJ.
EJ. Hi, EJ. What did you do for the Pikes?
You know, the leader that y'all killed, that was, I pretty much just helped him with whatever tasks he needed help with.
Assistant to the manager.
Okay, what do you do for fun?
Who has time for fun?
Not wrong. I don't know how to keep you from going stir crazy. It's my attempt right now. Not sugarcoating things. I don't sugarcoat things.
Put me in a wheelchair and let me go.
So that you can go back to the Pyke and tell them where we're stationed.
I mean, if I don't, they'll kill me anyway.
Yeah, so stay with us instead.
Roll hard negotiation.
Yeah, jeez, this
You
is
have
gonna
a
go great.
50-50 chance.
Yep, this is
You
gonna
have
go
your
great.
destiny tokens as well.
I didn't use them.
Oh, you didn't need them.
I didn't need them.
Hey, look at
2
that.
success and 2 threat. I'll think about it.
That's fine. It's not like you're going anywhere. I'm not forcing you to do anything. If you don't want to, you can just lay here and do nothing too. I can't let
Oh.
you go. I'm not killing you, so.
Odds are the Pikes know about you trying to stop their plans.
Oh, I
They
know
may
that.
not know
I
where
just don't
they
know.
may not know where you are, but they're definitely
Yeah.
looking.
That's the point. I don't want them knowing where I live.
Just giving you a heads up.
I know.
nice
I
of
know. Right.
Okay, and Ragro, what are you doing?
You know, honestly, the people that are making things difficult and awkward inside the house are not in the house currently.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Ragro is necessarily trying to do right now.
Ragro's
He's, like-
actually getting rest for once.
Yeah. Probably like he finally has a moment to relax himself and like start process things.
Yeah.
So he's just vibing,
Yeah.
I guess.
So, okay, in that case, Kiinon, as you sit there at the bar, you hear you've maybe had like 3 drinks so far. Not drunk, but maybe starting to feel it a little bit. You hear footsteps coming in the bar behind you, and next to you, and you hear the chair slide like 2 or 3 chairs over from where you're at the bar, and you hear a voice call out for 2 of the finest, whatever you got. And you recognize the voice immediately, and a chill goes down your spine. As you look over, the face matches the voice, and it is one Seskor Sublak, person you tried to steal from.
The one that plunged me into my own deep mess here.
You look over and you see him, and the screen fades to black. To be continued. Yeah. So, everybody can get, I'm going to say 15 XP today.
Yeah.
This was a bit of a bigger, end of a bigger arc kind of thing. Wonderful roleplay moments all around. Now we're going to roll for obligation.
Obligation.
Who would like to do it this time around?
I'll do it.
49. Fine, come out next week to figure out what that means. This episode was powered by RPGsessions.com. Head there to try out for free their amazing virtual tabletop for the narrative dice system. A huge thanks to our Patreon supporters, all our council members, masters, even our Padawans and knights. You guys help this channel to continue running. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching. We'll be back with episode 15 next week. See you guys then.
Yeah.
Until then, and as always, well, first, blast the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't, drop a comment of your favorite moment in this episode. But next week, we'll see you.
Do that.
The force be with you. See you next week.
Bye.
Yeah.